Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. We are here, guys, for week 7 of the USFL, and so we've got the New Jersey Generals on the road here to enter this game 5-1. They're going to be playing against the Tampa Bay Bandits down here at Tampa. Tampa pretty much must-win situation here, entering at 3-3 right now. We'll see what they'll do here, but first it'll be the Generals with the football here first to get things started here in the first quarter. First possession of the game. So the Generals are going to line up here in the shotgun to get things started here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. 5 seconds here on the play clock. Takes the snap, hands it to the back off the right side, and he picks up a yard and a carry. We've got 2nd and 9 coming up here. Again, 2nd and 9 coming up here. First possession of the game for the New Jersey offense. This is a team that will come out here and they will run the ball for sure. And so 80s, what's good? What's good with you? You say, let's go Stars. How's it going? All right, but here we go. 2 receivers towards the top of the screen, 1 receiver towards the bottom, 1 tight end, 1 back out of the shotgun. Defense with 4 guys in the line. Fake it to the back. Throws it. Gets hit while he throws it. Incomplete. Just off the mark. Tried that his receiver near the sideline there. Incomplete. 3rd and 9 coming up. Again, Perez is the quarterback here for the New Jersey Generals. I mean, that time he had his receiver open. He just overthrew him a little bit too much to the sideline there. Was unable to make that adjustment. 3rd and 9 coming up. All right, 3 receivers again. Tight end in the back in the shotgun. Takes the snap, steps up, throws it behind and incomplete. Incomplete. Felt like he could have possibly ran with that. Don't know if he would have got the first if he did it, but he threw it out and behind the receiver, incomplete. So the Generals will punt the ball here, and Tampa Bay will get a chance for the return. All right, punts on the way. Possession's going to change here. Tampa fair catches it at about the 18-yard line. So the Bandits will take over 1st and 10 from their own 18-yard line. And so 80s, appreciate the super chat. Appreciate you. And so you said USFL needs some public relations help. Fan needs to get excited. And so, you know what? You're right about that. We're about, week 7 right now? And so, I mean, the Generals, they're 5-1 right now. So they're feeling good. If they can get this win right here, that'll be even better right now. But you're absolutely right. They need a hype man. I guess that's where I come in at. But appreciate that. All right, but here we go. Tampa Bay with their first possession here. This time, quarterback up under center, 1 back in the backfield, multiple tight ends, and you've got, let's see, about 3 receivers out there as well. They take the snap. Going to hand it to the back off the right guard, and he's going to get stuffed after picking up a yard and a carry. We've got 2nd and 9 coming up from the Tampa Bay 19-yard line. Again, Tampa Bay right now, they are 3-3 on the season. This USFL goes 10 weeks deep. So here we are, week 7. Very critical for them. They must find a way to come out with a win in this one. Absolutely must. So they're going to be relying on guys like Jordan Teamu at quarterback and so forth to come out here and try to make them work. Let's see, Eddie says they don't travel. And so, all right, here we go. Shotgun formation here. This time, 2 receivers here. 2 backs next to the quarterback. Takes the snap. Defense sends forward. Throws it on the slant. And, oh, he dropped it. I hate when the ball gets right there to the receiver and you don't make the catch. Tight coverage on that one by Neal, but you got to make that catch. 3rd down coming up. And so, let's see. 80 says, it's Herschel Walker in the New Jersey Generals Hall of Fame, LOL. I mean, hey, who knows? Who knows? But that's funny. That's funny. All right, here we go. 3rd and 9 coming up here. So 3rd and 9. Can they get the first down of the game? Again, shotgun here. Trips towards the top of the formation. 1 receiver towards the bottom. Takes a snap here. Defense sending forward. Pressure gets to him, and he's brought down for a sack. First sack of the game here. And it comes by the Generals defense. Young and company. 4th down coming up. 4th and 17 from Tampa Bay's own 11-yard line. They will definitely have to punt the ball coming up. All right, so the punt's on the way here. And it is caught from his own 32-yard line. Oh, but he got tripped up. He tried to backspace so he can go ahead and try to get some more yards there and break it outside, but it didn't happen. Great special teams coverage there by the Bandits. And he says Young and Company. It sounds like I'm talking about either a 49ers game or a Washington Commanders game saying that. And so absolutely. And so, Braden, what's good with you? What's good with you? How's it going? How is it going? But yeah, here we go. So after both teams have possessions with the football here, no team scored in their first possession. So when we come back from the commercial, it's going to be the New Jersey Generals with the football. Again, they entered this matchup here on the road at 5-1 right now. So the Bandits, they need to find a way to win this game because we are here in week 7. So only 3 more weeks to go. And so it's got to happen now. It's got to happen now. And let's see. 80 says, hello, Braden. And so, Gridiron, what's good with you? What's good with you? How's it going and how have you been? And you so, hey, it's been going, it's been a while. And so, yes, it has been a while. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. And so, but absolutely glad to see the crew here on a Saturday, guys, talking about some football. And again, right now, we are currently at the commercial right now. But, yeah, absolutely feels good to be talking about some football, guys. Let's see. 80 says, I want the Bandits to win. JB wants the Generals. And so, I like rooting for the underdogs here in this one. I definitely want to see the Bandits come out and win this one. That would be nice to see them win it. Yeah, it definitely would be nice to see them win it. But I just want to see a great game. That's what I want to see. A great game out of this one here. Hopefully a lot of scoring, but definitely just a great game. And so let's see. Gridiron says, I've been doing good, just supporting my Bandits, even though we've been mediocre. And so, I mean, at 3-3 on the year, this is the game right here. If you win a game like this, it can completely change the rest of the seasons here on out because it will give your team so much confidence if you can beat a team that's 5-1 and you're at home here. So you just never know. It could happen. It could happen. And so let's see. 80 says, is this the general from those insurance commercials with Shaq? You know, it's been a minute since I've seen one of those commercials, but you know what? They certainly need him as the mascot. That would be awesome if he was the mascot. And so I like that. I like that. Let's see. Gridiron says, I've been a Bandits fan since they released the logo and the uniforms. Okay. And you're a Bandits fan because you're from Florida. And so bet. That's what's up. Have you been to any of the games in person? All right, so meanwhile, let's see. 1st and 10 off the carry here for the Generals. And the Generals pick up a couple yards here. About a good 5 yards here. We got 2nd down coming up. Ball at about the 32-yard line. Again, that was out of the shotgun. And you see that they had multiple tight ends on the side they were going to run into. They gave it actually to the receiver who went in motion. And he was able to pick up 5 yards on that carry. And so let's see. We got Old Man Bob here. What's good with you? What's good with you? You say, what's good, JB and everyone? Meanwhile, takes a snap, went back in the backfield. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage there and get stuffed. So 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 5, though. You got 3rd and 5 coming up here. 3rd and manageable. Let's see how this plays out. Again, we're here in the first quarter with about 10 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Both teams already had the football one time. Neither was able to score, but we're going to see what the Generals do here on 3rd and 5. 3rd down is going to be critical here, converting on 3rd down. And let's see, 80 says, go Bandits. And so Braden says, thoughts on how the Eastern and Western Conference Finals. And so Braden, I am highly upset with Boston right now for letting this go to 7. I feel like they had an opportunity to close the door. And so it's probably going to end up costing them at this point now. But good question there. Meanwhile, that completion to the back, and they're able to pick up some yards. They take it all the way to the New Jersey 44-yard line and a 1st down here. So great play right there to hit the back, out the backfield, out of the shotgun formation. So we're almost close to midfield here. Let's see. Gridiron says, all right, let's see. Where am I? Okay, so 80 says, old man is here. Get the drinks going. Speaking of getting them going, the back still on his feet right now, taking it all the way to the 38-yard line. That's some power running right there by Mr. Victor on that carry. So now we've got 1st and 10 at the Tampa Bay 38-yard line. Again, there's no surprise when it comes to the Generals that they are going to rely on that run game here. They do it better than anybody else in the league when it comes to rushing the football here. So if you're Tampa Bay, you're going to try to limit it as much as possible, but you know that that's where they lay their helmet at. They're going to run the football. He has 82 carries for 365 yards and 5 touchdowns on the season. Got 2 seconds here. They take the snap, hand it to the back again. Shakes off one guy, still on his feet here, still going all the way to about the 17-yard line of Tampa Bay. So Victor right now is in the zone already on this one. And so if you're Tampa, you can't let carries bust off through the middle like that. You just cannot let it happen. That time, put a receiver in motion, found the hole there between the A-gap, and was able to take it a good yardage on that one. So now it's going to come up to the defense. Can they make a stand here? Again, this is very important here for Tampa Bay. You don't want the Generals to just drive down there and get a touchdown like that. You want to slow them down here. It's going to be important for the rest of this game. Receiver goes in motion, but they're going to stop it. We got a penalty here. Going to move them back 5 yards. And let's see where we at now. So Gridiron says, we're barely at home. We're still in Sweet Home, Alabama. And so let's see, Braden says, hey, old man. Gridiron says, I've never been into a football game, but once your 49ers played in Florida again. Okay, so you'll go to see that when the 49ers go down to Miami next time. I bet you that'll be a good one there. That would be a great one to see right there. Okay, bet. And you say our defense got to step up. All right, but after the penalty that moved them back there, we've got 1st and 15 here for the Generals here at the Tampa Bay 22-yard line. They need 15 yards for the first, 22 for a touchdown. They fake it to the back, gives it to the tight end, lowers his shoulder. All right, so he's about a good 3 yards shy of the first down. Got 2nd down coming up. Depends on where they spot the ball. But they are at the 8-yard line, it looks like, about the 8-yard line. All right, so here we go. 2nd and 2 here. Again, we're in the first quarter with about 6 minutes and 53 seconds to go in the first quarter. 2nd and 2. Here we go. One back in the backfield here. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. Defense is crowded up the middle. Quarterback's going to keep it. Is it the right decision? He's actually going to lose a yard on the play. That play, they stuffed the back and got to the quarterback on that one. The defense was ready for it. Now we got 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 3. So a lot of space, though, behind those linebackers since everybody was up close. Would have been nice to have that option to probably throw it to the tight end over the top or something like that. Let's see. Braden says, Celtics always find a way to choke in Eastern Conference Finals. Braden says, I hope they win tomorrow, though. Let's see. 80 says, crap, JB, I will be back. And so, all right, definitely, most definitely. But here we go, guys. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Quarterback takes the snap up before we can get the play off. There is another penalty. And so that's shooting the Generals in the foot right now. You cannot continue to have these penalties that are going to stall out drives here. They're a team that does a tremendous job running the ball, but when you have these penalties and they're backing you up right now, that's going to hurt you. Now we got 3rd and 8 here. So that only helps the defense out. Again, we are right now at Tampa Bay's 15-yard line here in the first quarter with 5 minutes and 52 seconds to go. And so let's see, Gridiron says, look at what the defense said. Our run defense is getting beaten, so absolutely. All right, but here we go, guys. Let's see, they put a receiver in motion. Now we got trips to the top of the formation. Quarterback takes a snap. Pressure's coming. Throws it quickly to the receiver. Makes the first guy miss. Blocker helps him out. Knocks his way into the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown. So touchdown for the Generals. And so excellent drive this time here. It started with a couple big bursts by the backs there, but ultimately capped it off with a passing touchdown. 8 plays, 73 yards, about 5 minutes and 45 seconds in terms of time of possession off the clock on that drive. Let's see, Braden says, I figured out why you hate Baker Mayfield so much. It's because the time he planted the flag at the Ohio State, back when he was in college. You know what, Braden? I think you might be onto something. You might be onto something. But I honestly felt like I had let that go when he first got drafted. I had let that go, but then it sort of resurfaced. Maybe when I started seeing those progressive commercials. Perhaps. I don't know. But that's a good one, though. That's a good one. All right, extra point attempt is up, right down the middle. That is good. So we have the Generals getting out to that 7-0 lead. So now, how will Tampa Bay respond now? It's going to be important that they come out and respond here early in this one. But the Generals cap it off with a touchdown drive. 8 plays, 73 yards. And they're up 7-0 here in the first quarter with 5 minutes and 29 seconds to go. Let's see, Gridiron says, shake my head. I'm not surprised whatsoever. And so, yeah, the defense can't let that happen. They cannot let that happen. You had a couple times where you had the penalty, back them up, where you had to go about 15 yards, 8 yards in that last third down. And so you got to be able to capitalize and generate some pressure. And get after them. Don't give them that kind of time. And so, but ultimately, we all know that run defense, though, cannot let them, especially those back-to-back carries they had over the middle, you can't let that happen. You cannot let them run like that. You know that they're going to run the ball, so you've got to come in there and be the aggressive person. Absolutely. Let's see, Gridiron says, if my Bandits going to be this mediocre, then, oh my God, you say, I hope my 49ers won't be like this. And so, that's a good question about the 49ers. I honestly feel like the 49ers, this could really be a great year, or this could really be a scary year. I feel like it's going to not be like last year where it was sort of middle of the road. Like you guys got off to a slow start. Then things got going once Jimmy got reinserted into the lineup. But this time around, if it's on Trey Lance like it should be, it's going to depend up to him. If he comes out there and balls out, look out. But if he comes out there and looks like, oh my gosh, why did we draft him? Then that could be bad as well. But it's going to really come down to Trey Lance ultimately for this one. Let's see. Old man says, that's why all the Ohio State players on the Browns don't like him. That's right. He wouldn't have made it out the stadium if he played with the OGs. You're right about that, old man. Right about that. Absolutely right about that. Absolutely. All right, let's see. Gridiron says, we win and then we lose. We win. Let's see. Yeah, win and then lose. Win, lose, win, lose. At least you say your 49ers have like 3 or 4 losing streak. And they made a comeback in week 18. And so that they did. I mean, 49ers, when they caught going, I feel like at the end of the year, the 49ers, and at one point the Colts were hitting on both strides. But Indianapolis, I don't know, Jacksonville is their kryptonite. It seems to be their kryptonite because Jacksonville, I don't think they beat another team outside of that one time they beat Buffalo. Other than the Colts over the last 2 years, honestly, it feels like they only are getting their wins against the Colts. And so they seem to be Indianapolis kryptonite. But outside of that, though, Indy was another team that really got hot around the same time the 49ers got hot last year. All right, here we go, guys. After the kickoff here, we've got the return. He's at the 20, at the 30, and he's tackled at the 35-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line, but there is a penalty. So let's see what they call here. All right, let's see. Braden says, I haven't watched the USFL in a couple of weeks because I've been busy. Who's the best team right now? And so I haven't got to watch it either because I've been sick. But I believe the best team is still it is still, I can't think of their name right now for some reason. But yeah, Birmingham. That's right, Birmingham. It's still Birmingham. I don't think they've lost yet. Meanwhile, the Bandits here running up the middle. All right, so he got brought down at the line of scrimmage there. So the Generals defense, they've been playing strong so far in this first quarter here. It's going to be up to Tampa Bay to make something happen here. They've got to make something happen. It's going to come out to the offensive line, giving Jordan Amu time as well. When he does throw the ball, he's going to need to have some time. Let's see. Braden says, when I saw Clowney come back to the Browns because Baker isn't going to be the quarterback, I knew you would love that, JB. And so I'm just saying, I'm not the only one that's seeing this. That's all I'm saying. All right, so this time, Jordan Ta'amu got slammed to the ground. And so, yeah, you don't get to see that many hits like that take place on the quarterback in today's football. But, yeah, he followed through, slammed him to the ground. And so we've got 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 2. He made the decision to keep it himself, and which he probably could have handed that one off to the back, to be honest. He probably could have. And so let's see. Gridiron says, Tayamu, please don't F him up. And so I know, right? Like he just literally grabbed him, pulled him close. That's how I knew he was going to really slam this guy. But they hand it to the back, and so the back gets just enough, I believe, for a first down. Let's see where they spot the ball at, but it looks like just enough for a progress there to get that first down before his knee came down, and it should be a fresh set of downs here. So we've got 1st and 10 coming up at the Tampa Bay 45-yard line. Again, we're here in the first quarter with about 4 minutes and 6 seconds to go. Let's see. Gridiron says, what are your thoughts on the Giants and Reds situation? And so, yeah, I was not someone that follows baseball that heavily. I'll admit that. But from what I've seen, like that caught me by surprise there. That caught me by surprise, honestly. I did not expect to see that happen. But, hey, what else is new these days? What else is new these days? Let's see. Old man says, JB, have you seen any Patriots OTAs? I have not, old man. I have not. Like when I tell you guys over the last 2 weeks, like I just was like really like just sleeping for the most part. And so it was bad. Like I feel like I was dealing with 2 different things at once. And so like when I say I was barely awake, I get up, check my phone, and then just fall back asleep and like could not do anything else. Meanwhile, 2nd and 7, we have a quarterback sneak up the middle, or should I just say quarterback direct draw, I guess. And that picked up about a good 2 yards on that carry. So now we're at about midfield here. We got 3rd and 5 coming up here. Again, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Let's see. Old man says, don't forget to hit that like button. And so absolutely make sure you guys don't forget to press the like button. And also, if you're someone that's new, make sure you go ahead and press that subscribe button as well. Appreciate all the support, guys, as we continue to get closer to that 1,400 mark. But here we go, guys. Shotgun formation, 3rd and 5 from the 50. Takes it. Gonna hand it to the back. And the back tries to bounce off the defender, but he's gonna get about 2 yards on the carry. So 3 yards short here. So do you roll the dice and go for it here if you're Tampa? Or do you punt the ball? That is the question. Let's see what they come up with. And let's see. Gridiron says, you're going to be shaking your head at this, but I have the Patriots going 8-9. And so, I mean, ultimately, as a Patriot fan, I hate to believe it, but I can understand where a lot of people are coming from with that. Ultimately, it's going to come down to, one, I don't even know what scheme we're running offensively, to be honest with you. I mean, like, I want to say, and Bill, I trust, but meanwhile, what a pass on 4th down. We'll hold that thought because what a pass on 4th down. I mean, is that a lineman out there that made that catch? It was on the money. They put the lineman out there at tight end, put the ball over the top. Jordan Tayamu with the pass of the year right there. I mean, wow, so much on the line. And to draw that play up, you had to play fake there. Great fake with the handle. Then he put it up over 2 guys. And the linemen showed that big men deserve to get the football too. And so what a catch. My man had hands. And then I thought he was going to take it the rest of the way. But here we go. 1st and 10. Went back in the backfield. He fakes it. And he sort of stumbled on that one. So he had to take off and run. And he lost a couple yards on that. I don't think it was designed for him to stumble like that. But we've got 2nd and 13 coming up here at the New Jersey 19-yard line. Would love to see a touchdown and see them tie things up here. But let's see what happens. We got 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And so let's see. Gridiron says, another punt, yay. Old man says, man, great news for you then. Cole Strange has been doing good. Okay, that's good news. That's good news. You say Parker looks like he's all healthy. Plus, Jack Jones has been taking a lot of the snaps. People are saying he could be the new J.C. Jackson. Well, I certainly need that. Meanwhile, Jordan Tayamu with the quarterback keeper, and it's not working. It's not working. That defensive line is not going to let him run up the middle. So now we're back in another long situation, but it's the end of the first quarter. So the end of the first quarter, the New Jersey Generals lead this one 7-0, but the Tampa Bay Bandits, they are within striking distance. So will they be able to score in the second quarter? We'll find that out. Well, let's see. Where am I right now in the comment section? Let's see. Braden says, did you see what happened between Jadeveon Kenworth and that reporter. And so I didn't see it, but I heard it. I did hear it. And so they see Gridiron says, we got the first down, let's go. And so, yeah, I mean, hey, if you guys can just find a way to get into the end zone, Gridiron, I mean, that'll be huge right there if you guys can get into the end zone. These are the type of situations where you want to come away with 7 points as opposed to 3 points. When you know that you're the team that's, pretty much the underdog in this situation, you got to come away with 7. You got to. And let's see. Old man says, oh, yeah, and Smith been putting in work and says he's been grinding the playbook. And so, okay, bet. Old man says, great pass. Gridiron says, Braden Grant is a punk. Let's see. Old man says, I say Patriots win 10 games, but if that run defense is like it is last year, I consider Patriots winning 8 games also. I think that's pretty accurate. I got the range on the Patriots being about 8 to 10, honestly. Like, that's the range I have right now for the Patriots, 8 to 10 wins next season. That's what I'm thinking. It's going to come down to a couple key factors there ultimately, but early on, like old man stated, that run defense is going to be put to the test early on. But if the Patriots are going to get to 10, that means they're going to have to find a way to win down in Miami early on, I feel like. I know the last couple of years, first time that we played them, we've come close now. Everybody says Miami wins, but we've come close. It's just last year, I think Damian Harris fumbled the ball opening week against the Dolphins. That ultimately cost us that game. But the Patriots are not built to get behind and have to come back. They're just not built to do that. So they're going to have to try to get the lead and maintain it. So we'll see how that plays out. Let's see. Braden says, agreed, yo, Kai. And so, let's see. Gridiron says, Grant Cole purposely tick players off. So if they lay a hand on them, then he'll retire and get the money. He's the definition of insurance fraud. And you say, I know you guys have a solid offense, but now that your defense is depleting, I don't see you guys going to the playoffs again. So 8 and 9 is your seal. Oh, he said ceiling. Ceiling at 8 and 9. Ouch. But you know what? I understand that. From a football sense, I certainly understand that. But hey, what's good with you, Drape? What's good with you? How's it going? You say as a Raider fan, do you think Josh McDaniel play calling really is hyped to be what it is? I'll tell you this. His play calling, it is not going to be what gets you there. It's going to have to be whatever else he picked up from Bill in terms of just, obviously, I hope that he doesn't treat the players the way that Bill has gotten away with treating some players and stuff like that. But in terms of how he prepares for the game, I hope he learned that aspect from Bill Belichick. But the play calling, I mean, old man will tell you quickly, like Josh McDaniels, lately his play calling has been a little stale, to be honest. And so, I mean, I had to do a little research myself because at first I was like, Josh McDaniels, he didn't do that bad. But then I started looking back and I was like, you know what? Some of the better years, we actually did better with Bill O'Brien than Josh McDaniels as the offensive coordinator. So I was like, yeah. And so, but ultimately, all I can say is that he did lead a team that had Tim Tebow at quarterback to the playoffs. So if you can take Tim Tebow to the playoffs and all like that, or at least he drafted him and stuff like that, then you can do some work in this league. You can do some work in this league. I think he'll do okay as a coach. It's just you guys got a tough division. And he's not going to give you that edge as an offensive coordinator. I will say that. He's not going to give you that edge as a play caller perspective. But Jordan Ta'amu, that pass right there, lucky that it was not picked off. That very well could have and should have been picked off, but clearly he did not get nearly any type of accuracy on that pass right there. The ball clearly slipped out of his hand, and that was just a bad pass. So now we got 4th down coming up. So the field goal unit will come out, and let's see if Tampa Bay can get 3 points here. 39-yard field goal attempt. Kick is up. Kick is blocked. It is blocked and picked up by the Generals. But we do have a penalty here. That is awful. You had a chance to get some points, to come away with at least something. And then you have quarterback make a bad pass. And now you have this. All right, so you had an offside there on the defense. So that's the saving grace right there. Offside on the defense there. So you get another chance here. This time 5 yards closer. So we're going to be looking at about a 34-yard field goal attempt. Let's see. Gridiron says, Drape, thoughts on Colin Kaepernick? And so that's right. I did see the Colin Kaepernick brought in there by the Raiders. You know, that was interesting. So, yeah, Drape, let us know your thoughts on that for sure. Let's see. Old man says, Drape just got to be ready to hold your breath and that you will get pissed a lot. And so Meanwhile, kick is up, and this one is good. So now the score, Generals 7, Bandits 3 here in the second quarter with 14 minutes and 42 seconds left to go. And once we come back from the commercial, we'll have the kickoff. And so we'll see if this Tampa Bay defense can come up with an answer for the Generals offense, particularly that run game between the gaps. Cannot let a team dominate you that much on the ground. Believe me, as a Patriot fan, I know you cannot let that happen. Let's see, where am I right now? All right, so Braden says, saw some of the matchups for the first week of the college football season. It's going to be fun. And so I know for Ohio State fans, excited to start off against Notre Dame. Got to be focused, got to be locked in. Because last year, the non-conference game that we played against Oregon, we disappointed big time. So we got to come out ready for that matchup there. And it's really a chance for us to go out there and just show defensively that we're going to be a better team than we were last year. That's the big question I have for the Buckeyes. Defensively, how are we going to look this year? Let's see. Gridiron says, at least my Bandits get a field goal. And so, yes, 3 points. We will take that. We will take that. Again, right now, if you're just tuning in, we're currently right now at the commercial, so we're not missing anything right now. But now's a good time to make sure you guys press that like button and also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. Because I'm telling you guys, we're going to be covering some more of these USFL games the rest of the way. Obviously, we got the NBA playoffs going. Got a lot of things going. And not to mention, you guys already know we love talking football here as well on this channel. So definitely make sure you guys are subscribed as well. And let's see. Old man says, I'd rather have Bill O'Brien as the offensive coordinator than him. Let's see. Gridiron says, up and good. Yes, sir. Drape says, I think Colin would be the best backup we could have if we pick him up, but the team might not want all the extra publicity, to be honest. And so I feel like that is spot on right there, Drape. When you sign a guy like Kaepernick and all like that, you already know like just all the questions you're going to be asked constantly, especially early on. I do feel like once the season gets started, though, those questions would at some point just disappear. And so someone's got to be the one that's willing to do it. I know he hasn't played in about 5 years, so I understand that. But I feel like given where the Raiders are right now, you for sure have your quarterback. Nobody's going to confuse no type of quarterback competition or nothing like that. We know it's going to be Derek Carr and stuff like that. Then you went ahead and you traded for Jarrett Stidham. You chose to trade for Stid, in which I was happy that the Raiders chose to do that and stuff like that. Josh McDaniels did us one solid, I guess. But you got him as sort of that third string developmental, but you don't want Stidham to be your backup quarterback. I'm telling you that right now. You don't want Stid to be that backup quarterback. And so definitely a guy like Colin Kaepernick, that could be exciting right there. You think about what they had for Marcus Mariota. Well, from a skill set perspective and all like that, he's definitely a more accomplished version of Marcus Mariota and stuff like that. He can still use his legs and things of that sort. And so he'll have that experience that if you need him to come in a couple games, he's definitely a great option to have, I feel like. So definitely. But meanwhile, we have the kickoff here, and we have the return by the Generals, taking it to about the 38-yard line, but there is a penalty. It is a penalty, so you know what that means. Going to be bringing it back. Let's see. Gridiron says, what are your thoughts on Devonta Parker? So Devonta Parker, for me, he was one of the guys that I was targeting in terms of that I wanted my Patriots to trade for, that I thought might have been a realistic possibility. He actually was second on the list in terms of who I wanted the Patriots to trade for at receiver. I wanted the Patriots to get Brandon Cook, but that's like 1A and 1B. So I feel like Devonta Parker, he'll have an opportunity for sure with this team to come in here and make an impact with the Patriots. And honestly, I have a good feeling about Devonta Parker. A good feeling about him. Does that solve all the issues we have at wide receiver? Heck no. Heck no. It does not solve all the issues the Patriots have at wide receiver, but it's definitely a great piece to add. And so I'm hoping that Tyquan Thornton turns out to be something special, because if he turns out to be something good, that's all I can ask for from this draft class. Well, him, and not to mention, a couple other picks to pan out, but certainly we need Tyquan Thornton to work out. All right, so they throw a quick pass to the receiver. And so he ends up picking up about 5 yards on that play there. So we got second now, coming up 2nd and 5 from the New Jersey's own 34-yard line here in the second quarter with 14 minutes and 15 seconds to go. That time that ball just missed getting tipped on that play. Let's see, Drape says, plus, we don't know how good he will be. It's really difficult to take so much time away from the league and come back and perform the same. And so that is a fact. That is a fact. So with that being said, if the Raiders opt not to do it, I can't blame them, because it's been 5 years. That's a long time. That is a long time. All right, so he takes a quick pass there, throws it to the receiver again, and this time he's able to pick up about a good 9 yards on that play. So now we got 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. So clearly they want to get the ball out quickly there to the receiver and let him make the play. You had the blocker there to take care of that first corner, so just get as many yards as you can. Let's see. Old man says, I'll take Kaepernick on the Patriots to back up. I just want Cap Patriots jersey. And so old man says he just wants the jersey. But here we go, guys. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers on the top of the screen. They hand it to the back this time off the right side, and he's going to pick up 5 yards on the play. 13 minutes to go in the second quarter. And again, the score right now, the New Jersey Generals lead this one 7-3 over the Tampa Bay Bandits. Tampa Bay defensively has got to find a way to get the Generals off the field right now. They've got to find a way. Meanwhile, we do have a player that's currently down right now. And so the medical staff's going to be checking him out right now for the Tampa Bay Bandits. Let's see. Braden says Kaepernick would be a better backup than JB's favorite all-time quarterback, Jarrett Stidham. No. Let's see. Old man says, Drape, I think Raiders still need a receiver who can block. I know a guy who fits that. You sell it to him, old man. Sell it to him. You know, another former Patriot that'll fit in very well in that locker room. Let's see. Gridiron says, there's the Bandits defense I know and hate. And so... Oh, yeah, but right now we're currently at the commercial, guys, because of the injury. So definitely going to be hoping that he'll be okay and we'll be able to return in this game here for the Tampa Bay Bandits. Again, that was number 97 for the Tampa Bay Bandits. Tampa Bay right now, they are 3-3, so going against the 5-1 team, if they can find a way to win this game right here, that would be huge. Absolutely huge. And let's see. And Braden, if you're still here, Braden, let me know, Braden. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot you over the link for the fantasy football thing real quick, so that you can join that, Braden, and fill out that last spot that I need filled on my fantasy league for this upcoming season. But guys, tell me this: while I mentioned fantasy football, tell me, who are your top 3 players in fantasy football for this upcoming NFL season? Let me know your top 3 players, because I've been having a couple debates with a few people in terms of who's the top 3, and I feel like this year we don't really have a strong consensus for who the top 3 really is this year in fantasy football. So guys, let me know your thoughts for that. Let's see. Where am I right now in the comment section? All right, so Gridiron says, another thing, my Bandit's been injured a lot. And so Drape said, LOL. Braden says, old man still trying to trade N'Keal Harry. Drape said, I feel like Josh McDaniels is going to have a fun time with our tight end room. And so that is an X factor now. That is an X factor for sure, because I know everybody talks about Darren Waller, but I was really impressed last year with the, I forget his name, but the backup tight end who the Raiders have from last year. He really impressed me. Like, I thought about picking him up in my fantasy league because I have, like, well, last year we had 16 people in our league and stuff like that. So when Darren Waller went down and I saw what he was doing for most of those games, I mean, that's a fun tight end room for sure. And if there's one thing that we know for sure, Josh McDaniels has been really trying to accumulate a lot of former Patriot-type players. And we know what the Patriots looked like when they had multiple tight ends. So definitely expecting big things from that tight ends room for the Raiders. Meanwhile, carry to the right side, nothing there at all. It just came crashing down and, yeah, lost of 2 yards. So we got 3rd down coming up here. 3rd and 8 coming up here from the New Jersey 46-yard line here in the second quarter with 12 minutes and 18 seconds to go. So can the Bandits get off the field here on 3rd down? This is where you got to do it right now. 3rd and 8 right now. Can you get a stop? Otherwise, if the Generals get a 1st down here, there's a good chance they'll come away with some points, or most likely. So you've got to come up with a stop right now, I feel like, if you are the Tampa Bay Bandits. Let's see, 1 second here. 0 seconds. Are they not going to stop the play? I was about to say, like, it's been 0 for a long time now. You gotta stop it. But we got a timeout called here for the Generals. So timeout call just in time. Let's see. Gridiron says, I'm glad that the USFL is surviving this long. And so, oh yeah, they are doing a good job. And so I was definitely skeptical at first, but definitely once I got to see the quality of the games at first, I was like, okay, this is good. This is gonna last. And so, absolutely. Let's see. Old man says, you already know, got to try and get a team to take him. That's right, someone, anyone. I mean, anybody. If you got a team that you feel needs a former first round pick at wide receiver, just let us know in the chat, guys. Like, let us know. N'Keal Harry is on the market. Let's see. Gridiron says, I don't have a top three yet. Okay, okay. Old man says, man, JB, you trying to steal one of my top three guys? And so, let's see. Braden says, Henry, Taylor, and Cup. And so that's right. Good old Cooper Cup. Good old Cooper Cup. And so, let's see. Drape says, all right, so Cup, Taylor, and Adams. And so that's right. Adams there. I can see that. Old man says, Cup, Taylor, and Brady. Okay, okay. So Brady in that top three. Okay, let's see. Gridiron says, speaking of Henry, do you think we'll see the Titans taking a step back this year? Ultimately, I think so. I think we will see the Tennessee Titans take a step back, and it's not a knock on Tennessee at all whatsoever. It's more so the fact you lose A.J. Brown. And last I heard from Traylon Burks, he's out there about to pass out during the first day of minicamp, stuff like that. And I know obviously that's a completely different scenario, but we don't know how he's gonna do if he's receiver one against an NFL cornerback. We just don't know for sure how he's gonna do. That's a lot to ask of a rookie receiver. And even if he goes out there and have a good year, let's say he put up numbers similar to what Devonta Smith put up there for the Eagles last year. He goes out there and gets you a good like 60-something catches, about 700-something yards, and about 5 receiving touchdowns. That's not A.J. Brown type numbers and stuff like that. And then on the other side, now Woods, if he comes back and he's healthy, that could be good. That could be good. But Derrick Henry coming off of that injury, will he now start to reach the point where he starts to become injury prone? I mean, I think about running backs that I viewed on a level of a Derrick Henry in the past, guys like Larry Johnson who used to play for the Chiefs years ago. And at some point, the toll starts to happen where it's like, man, they can't do it for a full season anymore. They start to break down. A lot of different factors. But I just feel like the rest of the AFC just got so good. Tennessee, by default, has to have taken at least a small step back. Now, are they still a playoff team in my mind? I think they still are, or they definitely can be. But Indianapolis may be the team to beat in that division. But here we go, guys. 3rd and 8 out of the shotgun. General's with it. Going to go deep to the left side near the sideline, and he got the reception. So that's going to be a first down there. Way to convert that one there. 3rd and 8. And so he had plenty of time to throw that ball, and he made a good throw, and therefore got the first down for his team. And that comes back to what he did early on in the drive with those quick passes to bring defensive backs up close. So now he had that open because the defensive backs had to respect those quick passes. But here we go, guys. 1st and 10. Generals with 118 yards total in this game. Lined up in the shotgun. But they're going to stop this play here. Going to stop the play penalty. Going to move them back 5 yards here. All right, let's see. Braden says, best fantasy quarterbacks, in my opinion, are Allen and Mahomes. And so, okay, Allen and Mahomes. Where do you guys rank Justin Herbert? That has really been a hot topic ever since I've seen Coach Dante mention Justin Herbert and the disrespect that Justin Herbert's getting. And so I tend to know a lot of people that are sleeping on, do not value Justin Herbert as a top 10 quarterback. So I want to hear from you guys. How do you feel about Justin Herbert? Where does he rank? Well, here we go, guys. 1st and 15 here. Receiver goes in motion, takes a snap. Gonna hand it to the receiver. Breaks it to the outside. Oh, he got hit that time. Tried to make one guy hit. Other guy caught him in the air. And so picked up some yards on that one. But 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 13 here at the Tampa Bay 40-yard line. Again, the New Jersey Generals lead 7-3 so far in the 2nd quarter with 10 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Let's see. Braden says, I feel bad not putting Devonta on the list, but Derek Carr ain't Aaron Rodgers. I honestly feel like this year may be the year. I don't know. I'm still right now evaluating where I rank Derek Carr. Now that he's got an option like Devonta Adams, that's going to get you some touchdowns. Him, Waller, even Hunter Renfrow. I mean, Hunter Renfrow is a guy that I like to pick up in fantasy football because, quite frankly, I could get him at a good value in terms of where I select him. But I do know the Raiders are going to probably want to run the ball a good amount as well. I mean, they're picking up a lot of running backs. And Josh McDaniels, we've seen what he did last year. But honestly, Derek Carr, I mean, He may benefit the most probably from Josh McDaniels, probably. That may be the case. All right, so we had a draw play that just took place there that was 7 yards up the middle. That middle, I mean, the defense has got to solidify that middle when it comes to the run game. You cannot let this happen. But here we go, 3rd and 3, guys, from the Tampa Bay 30-yard line. They're in the shotgun formation. Quarterback takes the snap. He's looking, has time, gives it to a wide open tight end. And the tight end still on his feet before getting knocked out. So we got a 1st and 10 for the Generals coming up from the Tampa Bay 17-yard line. I mean, the tight end, he was wide open on the play. But again, right now, guys, if you are someone that's watching right now, let us know here in the chat. What team are you rooting for here? Are you rooting for the Generals or are you rooting for the Bandits? Let us know. All right, but let's see. Shotgun here, 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. Receiver goes in motion, fakes to the receiver, hands to the back, off the left side, still running on his feet here. Picks up a solid 8 yards on that play right there. Victor, he's been running hard so far in this one. So we got 2nd and 2 coming up for the offense. Let's see. Now for Victor, so far in this game, Victor with 5 carries, 52 yards in this one. So averaging about 10.4 yards a carry in this one. But here we go. 2 receivers towards the top of the screen, 1 receiver towards the bottom. Receiver goes in motion again. Fakes it to him, hands to the back again. And this time, he just runs over this guy. Just ran him over and picked up the 1st down. So now we got 1st down, 1st and goal, and you only need about a good 6 yards to get into the end zone. We've got 8 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter. All right, let's see. All right, so where did I leave off in the comments here? All right, let's see. Gridiron says, plus Burks was exhausted from the heat. I didn't know Tennessee was that hot. All right, here we go. And on that carry right there, did he get into the end zone? Right up the middle. Did he hit the ground first? I got to see where the officials marked him at. It looked like on first glance like he made it, but I don't know where his knee was. All right, so the officials, after talking, say it's a touchdown. So therefore, the Generals give him 6 more points right now. 12 plays, 71 yards. Took off 7 minutes and 14 seconds off the clock. And right now, the Bandits, I don't know what else they need to do. Maybe put the goal line defense out there every play to stop this run, but this is just bad. Now, let's look at this replay here. I mean, where did the ball come down? His knee still up, still up, still up. And it came down, and it looked like it broke the plane in the end zone as he came down. So I would say that's a touchdown. That looks like a touchdown to me from the angle that I'm seeing. So now we got the extra point attempt coming up. Again, we're here in the 2nd quarter with 7 minutes and 28 seconds to go. Generals just scored a touchdown. PAT attempt is up, and it is good. So the score right now, Generals 14. Bandits, 3. Here in the 2nd quarter with 7 minutes and 28 seconds to go. And once we come back from the commercial, we will see what will the Bandits do. But right now, the Bandits, they've got to be feeling the pressure right now. They've got to be feeling the pressure here. You got to save your season at this point. Got to save your season here. We need some consistency from the Bandits here. So now's the time to go out there and put together a scoring drive. All right, but let's see. Where did I leave off at in the comments? Let's see. Old man says, well, when your rookie receiver keeps quitting in OTAs, that doesn't look good. Plus, they did lose their left guard, and the O-line won't be good. It will come down to the Colts and them. That it will. And so I guarantee you, those late game situations that Carson Wentz threw away last year, Matty Ice, he's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. Not in this scenario. Not in this scenario. I know he has a history with the Falcons, but I do trust Matty Ice and his experience there. I do trust that. All right, let's see. Gridiron says, look at that Bandits defense. Just what are we doing? You know, that reminds me of what I said that plenty times last year watching my Ohio State Buckeyes. I was like, what are we doing? Many times I remember saying that. All right, let me see. Where else am I? Let's see. Old man says, Herbert is the 6th fantasy quarterback for me. I have him as the 8th best quarterback in the NFL. And so, okay. I know for me, Herbert's a top 10 quarterback, but I don't know where exactly I put him specifically in that. But I know for me, he's a top 10 quarterback. He's only been in the league 2 years. Last year, what he did, over 5,000 yards passing and 38 passing touchdowns, pretty impressive. Plus what he does add when he decides to run and stuff like that. I know the Chargers have not been, in the playoffs with him yet, but the kid's still young. Kid's still young. He's still young, and he's doing tremendous. All right, let's see. Braden says Justin Herbert is just outside my top 5 quarterbacks, but he's definitely top 10. And so old man says Carr, not Rodgers, but no receiver on the Packers are the half. That's all the half the receiver Rodgers is. I'm sorry, that Adams is. Rodgers going to need to play his best football season of his career. I'm also skeptical of picking up Aaron Rodgers as well when it comes to him not having those receivers to throw to for fantasy football purposes. And so I am very highly concerned about that. Highly concerned about him. But let's see. Braden says Bandits. All right. All right, we're getting ready to return back to the action here soon. About to have the kickoff here. Let's see. Drake says top fantasy quarterbacks. He has Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, Stafford, Brady, Rodgers. Stafford, that's a sneaky guy you cannot forget, because Stafford, when you have Cooper Kupp, you're going to put up the numbers, baby. You're going to put up the numbers. I guarantee you that. Guarantee you that. Good old Cooper Kupp. All right, so we got a return here by Tampa Bay at the 25, 30, 34. And so, okay, bet. Let's see. Gridiron says, my Bandit secondary looking like the 49ers secondary. Drape says Herbert and Burrow probably around 7 to 9. Okay, I like it. 7 to 9. All right, let's see. Gridiron says, I'm rooting for the Bandits, obviously. Oh, yeah, we got you. Old man says they put the chew clock on. Oh, man, they do that. I mean, I feel like I do that on Madden when I realize that everything I come up with defensively just isn't going to work against my opponent. And we're just going into a shootout. Then I'm like, all right, we're just going to have the best defense is to keep the ball away from them. But here we go. Shotgun, trips at the bottom of the formation. Horrible snap. Quarterback picks it up and is able to throw the ball away, but not without taking the shot. Jordan Almu, getting off the turf right now, and wow. Give me the name of the center. Give me the name of the center. Who did that? Who's responsible for this? Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Let's see. Braden says, agreed, old man. The only good thing about Adams being gone is Aaron had a tendency to force the ball to him like you saw in the playoff game. And so Braden says, Devonta Adams is still the best receiver in the league. Absolutely. And so meanwhile, Braden, I'm about to go ahead and shoot you over that link site where you can join my fantasy football league like we mentioned the other day. So I'm about to send you that link real quick. Meanwhile, Jordan Ta'amu takes that throw to the left side, incomplete. So we got third down coming up here, 3rd and 10. He's going to have to rely on his offensive line to give him some time to make a play. Again, they're at their own 32-yard line here. So you want to get this first down here. Maybe, it is 10 yards, so it's kind of far for a screenplay, I would say. But this offensive line's got to give him time, and he's got to make better throws. Let's see. Gridiron says, that snap is our season in a nutshell. Brandon says, Baker is responsible for it. Well, here we go, guys. Takes the snap out of the shotgun, throws it. And it's picked off. Are you kidding me? Wow. This is not what the team needed. At all. He had a little bit of time to throw that ball there, put it up there. Cornerback was ready for it, read it the entire way. He bookmarked that one, put the stamp on it. He read that one like a book, guys. I don't know how else I got to say it. He saw that one coming. Wow. Just wow. Let's see. Old man says, JB, I'm back. Had to wish Coach Dante a happy birthday. That's right. Coach Dante's birthday is today. That's right. That is absolutely right. And so I already wished him happy birthday earlier on Facebook. But here we go. 1st and 10. Incomplete pass there for the General. So we got 2nd and 10 coming up. But yeah, give me 1 second, guys, so I can go ahead and send that link over to Braden real quick. As soon as my phone decides to cooperate. But guys, let me know, what team do you think is going to be this year's surprise NFL team? A team that you don't see a lot of people talking about, but you're thinking to yourself, this team may actually put it together this year and be that surprise Cinderella team that we all know there's going to be a surprise team that comes out of nowhere. But give me some takes on a potential surprise team. Meanwhile, the Generals take the snap, hand it to the back, tackled immediately. That's what I'm talking about. We need to see more of that from the Bandits right there. They were ready for it that time, got in the backfield, and was able to bring him down. He picked up a yard, so now we got 3rd and 9. But you got to get him off the field here. Got to get him off the field. Let's see. Gridiron says, wow. Old man says, this rumor the Panthers wanted Browns to pay 13 to 14 mil of Baker's contract, and the Browns said no. And so, yeah, that's yeah. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I mean, the Browns are gonna have to do it though. They don't have very many options. They should have thought about this before you offered the contract. I don't think you had to offer Deshaun Watson that much money to get, like, not that much guaranteed money, I should say, to get him. It would have been close, but not as much as they did. But they're writing checks, man. They're writing checks. You know, every quarterback on that roster is getting paid. So they're writing checks. Let's see. Old man says, and dang, we sure that's not Baker out there? I immediately thought that at first. I was like, all this talking about Braden, we don't win and mess somebody's career up right there. Let's see. Braden says, it probably is, old man. Gridiron says, sleeper teams. All right, so here we go. So Gridiron has the Jaguars in the AFC. That's a deep sleeper team right there, deep sleeper. And in the NFC, he says the Saints. Now, for me, I am pretty high on the Saints. In my mind, they're definitely a playoff team because they looked really good defensively last year. Offensively, we know Alvin Kamara, he had his issues. Meanwhile, the field goal attempt is up and missed it. He missed it, and that's a break that the Bandits need to take advantage of here in the second quarter. 6 minutes and 7 seconds to go in the second quarter. New Jersey's up 14-3 right now. But yes, definitely need to take advantage of that for sure. But those are some good picks, especially the Saints. I feel like Jameis Winston's going to end up being comeback player of the year. He's my early pick for comeback player of the year, guys. Jameis Winston comes out there, and he's going to have a lot more weapons to work with. It's going to be up to the offensive line to give him some time, though. But hey, the Saints, though, they're definitely a team to watch out for, I feel like. A team to watch out for. Braden says the Eagles, do they qualify as a sleeper team? Do they qualify as a sleeper team? I mean, with all the people they brought in this offseason and stuff like that, I mean, heck, I thought the Eagles were going to reach out to me and ask me if I wanted to be a part of their broadcast booth or something like that. They were just bringing in everybody, this, that, and the third. And so let's see, Gridiron says, yes, sir, we got to stop. And so, yes, you guys got that stop. And so let's see, old man says, the Lions are Jaguars. And so, okay, the Lions, you know what? I have probably made a lot of Lion fans mad over the last year and all like that. But this year, I can legitimately see a path for the Lions. Now, it's going to depend on Minnesota struggling. If Minnesota comes out and struggles this offseason, I think there's a potential the Lions could, like, in terms of as a ceiling, can get to the 2 spot if Minnesota came out and struggled and stuff like that. You know, I just feel like the Lions, I like what the Lions did. They made some sneaky picks. Obviously, Jared Goff at quarterback is not a situation that you love, but I still feel like that team is making some good moves. And I love the state of mind to go up there and get the receiver you believe in Jamison Williams, a guy that a lot of teams really, really liked. And if he had not gotten injured, would have been a number 1 wide receiver and stuff like that. I feel like they're a better team than the Chicago Bears right now. I just feel like the Bears have failed Justin Fields. And so they're going to have a lot of low-scoring games, but the offense is going to look like garbage and stuff like that. And it's not on Justin Fields. Not on Justin Fields. I absolutely love the kid, Justin Fields. I do. But I hate what they did to him. They set him up to fail. Literally, they set him up to fail. They basically told this man, we need you to go out there and to basically, I don't know, go out there and be the person who protects, you know, everybody from like these cybersecurity threats, but we're going to give you some type of AOL to work with or something like that, or some Windows 98 to work with. And I'm like, that's not going to happen. But here we go for the Bandits. This time, Tamu finds his own guy and picks up 9 yards on the catch there. So we got 2nd and 1 coming up. 2nd and 1 coming up. Let's see. And then old man also says, did make some great moves in the draft. Jags got Dougie P and their team isn't that bad. And so, I mean, they showed you what they're capable of. They showed you what they're capable of. 'Cause I remember one time we watched the Jaguars versus the Bengals. I feel like that was a turning point in the season, and I believe the Bengals won that matchup, but I know that it was a good one in that game. There, we saw how they beat Buffalo and won the upset of the year, probably. Not to mention they also beat Indianapolis, two teams that were playing pretty good football during that time of the year. They were able to beat, so they showed that they do have that potential. The division can definitely be a division that can be had. You know, you think about last year coming into the season, everybody did not expect the Cincinnati Bengals to win that division. They were the last team people were going to pick coming into last year. A lot of people, like myself, thought the Browns might finish first, or either the Ravens, and then there was the Steelers. You know, they were always going to be competitive. So they had the Bengals coming in last, and they were too young. But last year they showed that they can put it together, and man, that they develop out there nicely. So you just never know what team's going to take that type of a turn. But Jordan Teamu, he went deep on that one, and that was incomplete. So here we go. Decision time. 4th and 2. I think they converted earlier in this game on a 4th down. It was 4th and 3. So let's see what they call this time on 4th and 2 from midfield. Again, we're here in the second quarter with 4 minutes and 53 seconds to go. All right, so this time we're going to be in a shotgun here. We got trips towards the bottom of the formation here. One back next to the quarterback defense. 4 guys on the line. Let's see what happens. Jordan Teamu with the football here. Has a little bit of time. He's got to run now. Looking. Throws it. Terrible pass. Terrible decision. Nothing was there. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. And once again, the Generals are going to benefit from this miscue by the Tampa Bay Bandits. Let's see. Braden says, "I got another one for your Pats." And so I appreciate that, Braden. I really appreciate that. I do. But yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna be looking to see how things go out there because there's gonna be a lot of games that we're gonna have to go in there. We're gonna have to fight, claw, scratch. It's gonna be some games that we're really just gonna have to find a way to win. But we'll see how it all pans out there for the Patriots. That's for sure. All right, but here we go, guys. General here with the football. 2 receivers towards the top of the screen here. They take the snap. Another quick pass to the receiver up top. And he's going to pick up 9, looks like about 9 or 8 yards on that one, depending on where they mark it at. Let's see. Gridiron says Detroit is gonna Detroit. Braden says I skipped that one. All right, so Gridiron says the Saints are a sleeper team because I don't think people have faith in them because of who their quarterback is and because of the receiver room and the depleting defense. But I believe they can be a playoff team. I have no doubt in my mind that the Saints are a playoff team to me next season. I feel like they're a wild card team next season. I feel like they would have been last year if they didn't have to go out there and stick Ian Books out there for some games along with Taysom Hill. If we can avoid that route this year, the Saints will be better off because of it. 2 teams that I feel like everybody got to remember what they were before their quarterbacks went down, or at least in one case the first time. Got to remember what the Saints were before Jameis got hurt, and you got to remember what the Ravens were before Lamar Jackson got hurt that first time around when the Ravens were 5-1 and all that. Once Lamar got hurt, it was not the same for the Baltimore Ravens after that. Plus, not to mention last year the Ravens had 3 running backs that were hurt before the season even got started. And so they had to overcome so much already, and they still put together a competitive season, but it just fell apart. So I'd be looking out for them. I know the Ravens don't have a true one wide receiver, but this is Baltimore. They just need receivers that can block. But the Generals just keep on turning. You can yank off their helmets, but it's not going to stop them. Here they go, 1st and 10, guys. 1st and 10. 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Bandits defense need to step up now. They're at the Tampa Bay 24-yard line. They hand it to the receiver off the right side. Cuts up, and he picks up about a good 4 yards on the play. We got 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 6 coming up. Again, second quarter. 3 minutes and 25 seconds to go. And so let's see. All right, so here we go, guys. 2nd and 5 out of the shotgun. Going to head to the back. And he's going to pick up a yard on that play. So we got third down coming up here. 3rd and 5 coming up. If you're Tampa Bay, you do not want the New Jersey Generals scoring a touchdown before this half here. You want to try to at least hold it to a field goal attempt if possible. So 3rd down coming up here at the Tampa Bay 19-yard line. 2 minutes and 35 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Let's see, old man says, Bears remind me of the Panthers when they drafted Cam, or at the time Redskins, because when they drafted RG3, hopefully it turns out better for him. And so I'm really hoping so. I mean, I'm really hoping that seems to be the case here, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out. All right, but right now we had a timeout. Looks like it was called. So big 3rd down coming up here. Big 3rd down here, especially if you're Tampa Bay right now. You want to keep them from getting the 1st down and getting in the end zone here. At least holding to a field goal attempt. You do that, you'll still have about a good 2 minutes to work with, all 3 timeouts, and hopefully you can put together a scoring drive before the half and make this a 1-possession game. But right now, you need to hold them to at least a field goal attempt here. So you need to get this stop here on 3rd down. Preferably, you'd like to stop them if you don't get a turnover in the process. You want to at least get a sack or something like that if possible. So let's see what they call. Let's see. Braden says, all I know about the Lions is they're going to be eating a lot of kneecaps. Let's see. Gridiron says, this is just me, to be honest. This is exactly how I felt with the 49ers in 2020. All right, here we go. 3rd and 4. Out of the shotgun, hands to the back, and he gets brought down. So that's going to be a stop there for Tampa Bay. I call a timeout if I was them to try to save more time, but it doesn't look like they're thinking that way. They're going to go ahead and let the clock continue to run. And so guess it'll go to the 2-minute warning. Again, right now, the New Jersey Generals, they're up 14-3, and they're about to, one would think, bring out the field goal unit and get ready to try to tack on 3 more points if they convert. Let's see. Gridiron says, I think the Ravens are going to be a disappointing team this year. Okay. I mean, they did just give away, Marquise Brown for Malcolm Brown for basically nothing in return for the most part. So I can definitely see that being the case there, especially with how tough that division is as well. And so we'll have to see how it goes. But it's going to be up to Lamar. It's going to be up to Lamar. We all know if there's anybody that controls the destiny of his team, it is Lamar. I like what the Ravens did in the draft. I like especially how they draft defensively. I love what they do in the draft. But it's going to come down to Lamar. It's going to come down to Lamar. Let's see. And so, Arturo, what's good with you? How are you doing? Appreciate you for coming through. And you said they go for 3. And so right now there was a timeout. So we're currently right now at the commercial. But I would have to think that, actually it was a 2-minute warning. But once we come back here, it'll definitely, I would think the field goal unit should come out there and kick the field goal. But definitely when we get back to the action, I will definitely let you know how that plays out. But right now, they are currently with the 2-minute warning here. But yeah, they should bring out the field goal unit here and try to tack on some more points. But tell me, Artero, are you rooting for the Generals in this one, I assume? Let's see, but we're still right now currently at the commercial. But so far in this one, just to recap what has happened so far, I mean, you've got for the Generals, Perez. He's 8 of 12 out there, about 67% completion percentage. He's got you 91 yards in this one, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. And you look at on the ground as a team, 17 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown. 64 of those yards came by Victor on 9 carries, and he has the touchdown as well. His longest rush of the night for 20 yards. All right, so here we go. We're getting ready to get back to the action here. Got the field goal unit coming out here for New Jersey. 35-yard field goal attempt. Meanwhile, for the Bandits, Teamu is 2 of 9 out there for 41 yards and 1 interception as well. They've got 15 yards on the ground rushing so far in this one. But here we go. Field goal attempt here for the Generals. Kick is up. Kick is good. And so the Generals are now leading 17-3 here in the second quarter with 1:56 to go. So if you're Tampa Bay, on a positive note, you've got 3 timeouts to work with here, just under 2 minutes left. If you can somehow drive it down there and score a touchdown, you can make it a one-possession game here before the half, but you ultimately want to come away with some type of points here before the half. The last thing you want to do is turn the ball over and give them another chance to score again before the half. That's not what you want to do at all. You want to protect the football first and foremost, but ultimately, if you can find a way to score, that'll be good. And so let's see. Gridiron says, what are your thoughts on your schedule? Well, I tell you what, it is going to be a grueling year for the Pats. I'll tell you that. Like schedule-wise, like it's going to be a grueling year. But I do like certain aspects of it. For the longest, I've been harping, I've been chirping, I've been really begging the NFL, stop sending us to Miami late in the year. Let us go early down there to Miami and let them come down to the Patriots later in the year. I've been begging the lead. Let Indianapolis come down to New England because those are games that in the past we do better when we play those games later at home. So definitely that does give us an advantage in some of those matchups there. But ultimately, it's going to be a tough schedule. They put us on Thanksgiving as well. Now I'm going to be extremely nervous on Thanksgiving and all like that. I can't sit back and judge other teams. I got to be worried about my own team. And so it's going to be one heck of a year. But you know what? As a football fan, I appreciate it. Meanwhile, the kickoff, though, about the Generals goes out of bounds. So it went out of bounds there, and it is going to be, let's see what they about at the 40-yard line there, 40 or 35. Let's see where they mark it. Yeah, 40-yard line. And so Tampa Bay, I mean, the good news is for your Tampa Bay, it was a miscue on that kickoff there by the Generals. So therefore, you're starting off at the 40. No time went off the clock. You got all 3 timeouts. So if you execute your offense the way you should for your 2-minute offense, you have a chance here. But you got to come out here and do something offensively here. So Jordan Tayamu, this is on you right now. Especially Gridiron says, we got to score a touchdown. And so yes, absolutely. Let's see. Gridiron says, when's the last time you guys played on Thanksgiving? When was the last time that we played on Thanksgiving? Oh, man, do you happen to know that answer? When's the last time our Patriots played on Thanksgiving? If so, let us know. Meanwhile, tight end goes in motion. Quarterback takes a snap there. 4 guys coming after the quarterback, and he completes it for a short pickup there. About a good 3 yards on that play. 2nd and 7 coming up here. Got to move a little bit of sense of urgency here if you are the Bandits, though. Especially if you plan on picking up about 2-3 yards a time. But I will say this, Gridiron, ever since I've been watching football, I have not seen the Patriots play on Thanksgiving that I can recall. So I'd have to lean on Old Man to see if Old Man knows. But they hand it to the back here, being conservative with it, and he comes up about 1.5 yards shy, it looks like, of getting the first. So, again, they still have all 3 timeouts, but right now they are not too concerned with the clock, it looks like. But 3rd and 1, here we go. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? In a game that you know how important it is for your team, 3rd and 1, and you got the audacity to move here on a false start, cost your team 5 yards. Those are big yards right now, So now he moves them back here. So now we got 3rd and 6 after the false start there by the left guard. That's big. Let's see. Gridiron says, I think it was the butt fumble game. Was that a Thanksgiving game? Good. Those were the good years there. We had Randy Moss around those years and stuff like that. Let's see. Old Man says Lions 2002, I believe. And so, okay, so 2002. And so that has definitely been a long time. Let's see. Gridiron is not thrilled about that false start there. Not thrilled about it at all. So now after that false start there, you get a timeout here. Now you got to talk about things. You got just a minute to work with here if you're Tampa Bay. 3rd and 6. You need Jordan Tayamu to make the right decision here. Let's see what they draw up here. They're going to line up in the shotgun here. Washington is the back. You've got 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Tayamu takes a snap here. Defense sends 4. He throws it, and it's caught. Takes it to about the 28-yard line of the Generals. Gonna hurry up here. Let's see if they opt to clock it. Clock still running here. 50 seconds. They're hurrying up here. 3 receivers again out of the shotgun. 1 tight end. Takes the snap. Throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. At least it does stop the clock, though. You got 2 timeouts to work with. Let's see what happens. And let's see. Gridiron says, 20 years later, you guys get a Thanksgiving game. Gridiron says, we got to score here. Come on, off. Yeah, the offense has got to score. They have got to score. Let's see. Braden says, yeah, that was a Thanksgiving game. I remember it. It was 2012. So, okay, so Braden says that was a 2012 game in terms of the Thanksgiving there for the Mark Sanchez butt fumble game against the Patriots there. And so, okay, you know what? Now that you mentioned it, it feels like that might be the case there for real. So, if that's the case, though, it's clear the NFL, whether it's 20 years or every 10 years, they try to include the Patriots on Thanksgiving here. So, at least I know where we stand with them. But all these penalties are just shooting yourselves in the foot unnecessarily here. Let's see, receiver goes in motion. They take the snap here. Quarterback, pump fakes, standing, throws it other side there. Dangerous pass there. Dangerous pass. He felt the pressure coming. And let's see, they call it incomplete. So now we've got 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 15 at New Jersey's 33-yard line here. Let's see what they call here. Again, 35 seconds. Do you just run the ball and hope that you get a good carry and try to milk the clock as much as you can and kick the field goal? Or do you be aggressive and try to get this 1st down? And let's see. Braden says it's going to be the 10-year anniversary of the butt fumble. Old man says, Braden, you're right. And so, okay. All right, here we go. Shotgun. Jordan Ta'amu throws it. And another interception. Wow. Wow. I mean, my goodness. I mean, that's his 2nd pick of the day, guys. I mean, he's almost got as many interceptions as he does completions almost. Matter of fact, he's got 4 completions, but he's got 2 interceptions. So this is not what you need from your quarterback here. This is not what you need from your quarterback. Big game like this, so much on the line, and you're turning the ball over when you have opportunities to try to get some points. Let's see. Gridiron says, meanwhile, I'm happy my 49ers are going to Mexico. We haven't had an international game for how long? It's the last international game you guys had when you guys played against the Cardinals way back when, many years ago in Mexico, I think. And the Generals go ahead and take a knee. So the Generals are going to go ahead and take this to the half. And they lead this one 17-3 in this one, guys. And so right now the storyline is turnovers is hurting Tampa Bay. The defense has been struggling to stop the run, especially in the interior of the line. They're losing that battle there. But quite frankly, Tampa Bay's got to figure this out in the second half. Offensively, we need a lot more than 3 points in the second half from Tampa Bay. But we'll see what adjustments they make coming out of the half. They do receive the football first, though, when we do come back from halftime. That is a positive. But, yeah, I mentioned for the Bandits, though, Ta'amu, he's 4-14 out there, 62 yards passing, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And rushing, they got 21 yards on the ground. Washington's got 2 carries for 8 yards. And then Ta'amu's got 4 carries for 8 yards as well. So, ultimately, they got to do better than this. They've got to do better than this. Meanwhile, for the Generals, though, let's see. For the Generals, you've got Perez. He's 8 of 12 out there, 91 yards passing and a touchdown. And then rushing the ball, you've got Victor at 9 carries and 64 yards and a touchdown. You've got Williams, 5 carries, 14 yards. Turpin's got your 3 carries as well for 11 yards. So as a team, 18 carries for 87 yards. Let's see. Braden says, hopefully Kirk Cousins has a butt fumble on Thanksgiving against you guys this year. I'll take it. I'll take it, Braden. I will take it. Old man says, it's time to put the backup quarterback in. Hashtag backup QB. Let's see. Gridiron says, know what? Bench Ta'amu. I'm done with him. And so, Gridiron says, yeah, it's been a long time, so I'm glad we're going to Mexico. I might get a lot of Taco Bell or Chipotle food for that game. That's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all, actually. I may do the same myself. Not a bad idea at all. But ultimately, we are currently right now at the half. All right, so I know I keep saying this, Braden, but I'm actually now working on the link. My phone it froze earlier, so I didn't have a time to get it sent to you. But I'm about to have it sent to you. Let's see now. Let's see. All right, so Braden, if you're there, Braden, I sent you over the link to join the league. I did it to one of the comment, the last comment that you made on one of my posts, so I went ahead and put it there. So definitely do go ahead and sign up to that because I like to customize and make the schedule myself when it comes to fantasy football. And so now we're gonna have 18 people, so it's gonna take a good minute to do. But I just like to customize the schedule myself rather than just let them just put random matchups and stuff like that together. So absolutely make sure you get that. You go ahead and join that one, Braden, when you get the chance. Appreciate that. All right, let's see. Gridiron says, thoughts on first half? You say, what the hell are we doing? Like, there's so many things at fault. The run game, the pass defense, the penalties, and this dude, Jordan Tamu, at this point, he's not it. Who's the backup quarterback, Gridiron? Who is the backup quarterback? And so let's see. Braden says, I'm here. I'll try to find it. And so definitely bet. And so meanwhile, give me 1 second, guys, to check something out real quick. And so, all right, give me 1 second to check something out. Okay. I just remembered to check something, so give me 1 second. All right, perfect. Well, there we go. All right, let's see. Where am I? All right, so Old Man says JB Mack looks like he's at least lost 10 to 20 pounds and has been working hard on his throwing. I did notice that. And so I noticed that for him. I noticed Zach Wilson looks like he's getting, in better shape as well out there. And so, I mean, I tell you what, last year's rookies, that they're stepping it up. They're stepping it up. They are stepping it up. But tell me this, guys. Who do you think is going to be the worst NFL team next season? By worst, I'm talking record-wise. End up with the worst record next NFL season. Who's going to be most likely the team in position to draft either Bryce Young or either C.J. Stroud? But yeah, Mac is out there putting in the work. All right, so let's see. Old man says the Falcons here, and so I mean, I definitely know a lot of Falcon fans. They are hoping that that is going to be the case there. They rather go ahead and sit and go ahead and take Bryce Young with that first pick. I know they want to, but you just never know. I mean, you just never know. Honestly, I feel like for the Atlanta Falcons specifically, they're going to want to see what Desmond Ryder can do because obviously you took him with the second pick. And so you want to see what he can do. So at some point, Marcus Mariota's got to get pulled early. So if you're in a deep fantasy football league, you may want to take that in mind that, a guy like Desmond Ryder, he's going to get his shot so they can see what he can do. And then it's going to be up to him. It's going to be up to him. Can he thrive there with the current guys they have on the roster? We'll find out. I mean, obviously it's going to do, I mean, you got Kyle Pitts to work with. You got Colorado Patterson back there as a playmaker. But we'll have to see what all they can come up with down there for the Falcons. But that's certainly a candidate, though, to have the worst record. Certainly a candidate. I personally feel Carolina will do worse than the Atlanta Falcons as of right now. If they're going to stick Sam Darnold out there, I think that they'll do worse than the Atlanta Falcons this upcoming season, personally. But that's just me. I think at some point they will turn to Matt Carroll, and we'll have to see what he does. But ultimately, Sam Darnold starting off as QB1, that's not good for nobody. That's not good for anybody there. Let's see. Old man says, I don't think they take a quarterback. I think they will trade back. There's a couple teams who have a couple first round picks and quarterbacks who are on the hot seat. And so you're right about that. You're right about that. I mean, there's a couple teams that, I mean, Miami, they're definitely going to have to make sure that they ultimately make that decision on Tua Tagovailoa. He's going to be under a lot of pressure. Jalen Hurts, another one. But I think Jalen Hurts is going to do good enough to keep his job there. I like what the Eagles have done in surrounding him with weapons and stuff. This team's going to be good enough to compete for a playoff spot there, maybe even division title. We'll see how that goes. It's all going to depend on Jalen Hurts. But I like his forecast for this upcoming season. Not saying that he's going to be a top 10 quarterback, but I think he can do good enough to keep his job. But Tua, this is the last year I think we see of Tua as a starting quarterback, unless he's just going to be quarterbacking above another rookie next year, until the rookie's ready to take over. Let's see. Braden says, I think I'm in. And so, let me check. Real quick and see. And so, perfect. All right, perfect. Appreciate that, Braden. Yeah, I got you. Bet. So now that's taken care of there. I can go ahead and finalize the league after this game, and we'll just rock with 18 teams. And so it's going to be fun. Let's see. Gridiron says, I don't know the backup quarterback, but he's probably better than Teamu. And so, I mean, it's time to see what he can do. If honestly, you come out in the third quarter here, and if he just still continues to look shaky, you got to mix it up. You just never know. Sometimes the backup comes in, and it just works. I forget what year it was, but you guys remember when the whole Jameis Winston and Ryan Fitzpatrick for the Buccaneers, where the backup quarterback would just come in and just light it up, and the starter would just go out there and look like hot garbage out there, and then they would just keep mixing it up, and whoever came off the bench, that's who was going to have the better game. And so you just never know. And so let's see. Braden says, when will the draft be? And so yet I haven't picked the actual date, but it's going to be the Friday prior to the start of the. It's going to be the Friday prior to the week before the start of the NFL season. So whatever date is for the start of the NFL season is going to be that Friday prior. And so I will go ahead and update that so that way it'll reflect that. But yeah, it's going to be that. Now in terms of the time, it'll probably be about 9 Eastern time. I'm thinking 9 Eastern time is a good time to hold the draft on that day. But I'll definitely let you know once we have the details finalized. But it should be finalized within the next, I'd say probably by next week. I'll probably have it finalized by next week and all like that. But definitely I'll keep you updated. Let's see. Old man says with the first pick in the JB Nation National Draft, 6X Smoking Champ select Mac Joker Jones. If you did that, old man, I'd have to applaud the faith that you have in Mac Jones. I'd have to say you have stronger faith than even I myself. I can't do it in fantasy. I just can't. But yeah, I will keep you guys up to date with the updates and stuff like that. And so definitely stay up to date with that. Braden says, no, old man, but I will. And so, absolutely. But yeah, definitely, now that I have all the teams and stuff like that, typically what I do for the draft order is based upon how the regular season ends the previous year. That's how we determine the draft order. So with you guys, I'm going to roll a dice, and then I'll see where you guys end up in that fold. Since we've got like 18 teams and stuff like that, I'll just do that to see where you guys will be implemented in the draft. Let's see, old man says, I took him last year, and he won 6 games. And so that's great. That means Mac's putting in some work then. That is great. Let's see. Braden says, will you live stream the draft? And so I may possibly live stream the draft. I may do that. I'm gonna have to talk to everybody else that's in the league and see how many people would actually want to, like perhaps be live as well. I may just actually do a live stream for the draft. I may actually do it. It'll probably be perfect time just to discuss the draft and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, I may actually do that. I probably will live stream some mock drafts as well and stuff like that. I tend to go a little crazy with the mock drafts and stuff like that. Once I figure out where exactly my draft order is going to be, which I should find that out once I finish the schedule. I'll go ahead and put the draft order out there, and then yeah, we'll go for it. We'll go for it. All right, let's see. Old man says I picked him for the six. I picked him 4 to 6 of my fantasy drafts. I did, and so okay, bet. Let's see. Gridiron says, what are your thoughts on Njoku getting extended? At first, when they franchise tagged him, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little confused because I know how valuable he was in the past, but I just thought, given like all the tight ends they tried to bring in down there in Cleveland, I just thought he was gonna be odd man out. But I do like the fact that they realized that he's very talented, and it's been a lot of the issues have been their quarterback play and all like that. So I like it, especially the fact that now you're going to link him up with Deshaun Watson. So I do like that aspect. I like what they're thinking. They're thinking about the future here, and I could see that working out well for them. I mean, obviously, we know with Cleveland, that play action fake, throw it to the tight end game, that's going to be there. That's going to be there. Let's see. Gridiron says, do you think that Mike G and Daniel Schultz would want more money now that Njoku got paid? I definitely feel like those guys definitely will want more money. And you say, fun fact, Njoku is a top 5 highest paid tight end. And so I like the fact that they extended him, but he got paid a lot. But you know what? Cleveland's just in the market of overpaying everybody. Cleveland's like, look, we know it's been tough being a Cleveland Brown over the years. So if you're a Brown and you're here with us, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to pay you for being a Brown. And so at this point, they're making it known they are not holding back when it comes to paying people. I mean, they did the same thing with, Denzel Ward and all like that. They're just out there dishing out contracts left and right, guys. And so, I mean, heck, if I was playing football, I might get on the phone with the Cleveland Browns and see what they got to offer, to be honest, at this point. But all right, here we go, guys. We're getting back to the game here. We just had to kick off here, and so we're going to be taking over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line here for the Bandits, and let's see if the Bandits can put it together offensively. All right, so here we go, guys. 1st and 10. Got a guy on the sideline that's being attended to by the medical staff here. Let's see. Old man says Browns got a cheap deal. He only has 2 years. That's guaranteed. Let's see. Old man says Patriots got a steal with that contract Bill Belichick gave Hunter Henry. I will say this. If there's one thing that Bill knows about, it's a steal. That's for sure. It's a steal. Oh, man. Let's see. Gridiron says, let's go Bandits. And so Gridiron holding out hope that his team can come out here. I mean, if you can get a touchdown on this opening drive and make it a one-possession game, that's how you send a message that we are not going to lie down and take this. And so right now, if I'm Jordan Amu, this is what I need to do. The injury is so important right now, and so you hate to see it. You hate to see it. But we got a 1st and 10 right now from the 21-yard line. Again, the Tampa Bay Bandits trailing right now 17-3 with the football. 3 receivers, a tight end, and a running back out of the shotgun formation. Takes it, fakes it, hands it to the back off the right side, shakes off one guy, and he goes out of bounds after picking up about a good 4 or 5 yards on the carry. So now we got 2nd and 5 coming up at the Tampa Bay 26-yard line. Again, this is the first drive here coming out of halftime here. So let's see what halftime adjustments that the Bandits have made. Obviously, they're 3-3 right now in the season. We're here at week 7. You cannot afford to lose this game. You got to come back and try to win this game here. You got to give it your best shot. All right, here we go. One back in the backfield here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Takes the snap. Gonna hand it to the back again. Off the right side again. Still on his feet, and he picks up the first down there. And so he needed a good 5 yards. He picked up about 6 yards there. So we got 1st and 10 at the Tampa Bay 32-yard line. And that's one thing they didn't have going in the first half. First half, they had probably about 18 yards on the ground. And so if they give these running backs an opportunity to try to run the ball, let's see if maybe that's where their bread and butter can be at right now. But obviously passing just has not been it. But here we go. Shotgun formation again. Takes the snap. Gonna hand it to the back this time off the left side. Look at that space. To the 50. All the way to the opponent's 41-yard line. That is what we need to see more of here from the Bandits. You cannot abandon the ground game here. You got to stick with it. Excellent run blocking on that one. Absolutely excellent run blocking on that play. All right, here we go. Quarterback up under center here. Takes a snap. Going to hand it to the back. Up the middle. Looking for a hole. Falls forward and picks up 3 yards here, taking it all the way to the New Jersey Generals 38-yard line. We got 2nd and 7 coming up. Again, 3rd quarter with 13 minutes to go. All right, right now we got a guy for the Generals right now that's currently on his knee. And so right now we're currently going to hit the commercial right now because of the player for the Generals that's currently down right now. But what a run it was for Tampa Bay. I mean, they're coming out right now, and already I'm liking the start to this drive right now, especially what we're seeing on the ground from the Tampa Bay Bandits. That's something we did not see in the first half here. And so, matter of fact, they've already got more yards in the second half just in this drive already on the ground than what they had the entire first half on the ground. So that just goes to show that right now, this drive right now, it's very effective, but they got to keep it going. They're 38 yards away from the end zone here. You got to punch it in for the end zone. I feel like you got to punch it in there. Send a message to the Generals that you're here to play. But yes, right now we're currently still at the commercial right now. And so right now I'm going to ask you guys this question right here. Who will be the starting quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks once the regular season starts? Let me know here in the comment section. Who do you guys think is going to be the starting quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks once we reach the start of the NFL season? Will it be someone that's on the roster? Perhaps someone else? And again, we're still right now currently at the commercial right now due to the injured player for the Generals. All right, so let's see. Gridiron says Geno Smith. Interesting. He says Geno Smith. And so anyone who watched me stream a Seahawks game last year would realize quickly that I had DK Metcalf on my fantasy football team. I had it with Russell Wilson. I was done with him. He disrespected DK so much by not throwing him the ball and always trying to force feed Tyler Lockett to where when Geno got in there, I mean, it even won me a fantasy football game one time just by having Geno in there. But meanwhile, they handed to the back there out of the shotgun there. It was a draw. And he lost a yard on that carry. So now we got 3rd and 8 coming up here. Again, we're here in the 3rd quarter here. And the Generals lead this one still 17-3. But right now, the Bandits, they're facing the 3rd and 8 right now. And so they have not done that great when facing 3rd and long, really 3rd and anything so far in this game. So they're going to have to find a way to convert here on 3rd down. Let's see. Old man says, Baker, you say the Browns will either cut him or will pay most of the salary and trade him. I feel like Baker's going to end up being a Carolina Panther. I feel more confident in the Panthers than the Seahawks. Meanwhile, Jordan, Jordan. And so Jordan Tayamu Mayfield with the interception. I'm going to start calling the man Mayfield at this point. This is just his third interception. At this point, take him out. Take him out at this point. His third interception. It could not have been an easier interception here. Wow. 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 This is horrible. This is horrible. This is coming from your quarterback one here, guys. Your quarterback one going out here, throwing 3 interceptions so far. We're just in the third quarter with a lot of time to go. Wow. And so let's see. And so Gridiron says, he says, get the hell off the field, Tayamu. And so I'm with there. I'm right there with you, Gridiron. I mean, this is hard to watch. There's got to be another option right now. I mean, he's not even throwing interceptions. It's one thing if it's like a 50-50 ball and you throw a pick. I can't blame you for that. But when you're out here and you're overthrowing that bad to a guy that was not open and you're throwing interceptions on a regular basis like this, because I seen another pass early in this game that he threw right to the defensive back. Defensive back just went through his hand and stuff like that. But some of these, he's just gift wrapping some of these away and just, I mean, he's gotten the same amount of interceptions as his team has points right now. That is not good at all. At all. And so the offense looks dead right now at him at quarterback. They're only moving the ball because of the ground game. He is not contributing anything at this point. They need to take him out. Need to take him out, put in the backup here, and let's see what happens. This is awful. Let's see. Old man says, man, we found out where Baker has been hiding. Gridiron says, Tayamu is like a bootleg version of Jimmy G, and that says something. A bootleg version of Jimmy G. Let me not sign up for that. Yeah, let me not sign up for that. But man, I mean, man. I mean, let's look at the replay. Maybe something happened on the replay. Let's see. Maybe he didn't see him or something. I don't know. All right, so let's look. All right, so just they're showing the replay now, and so at that point, his tight end had already stopped running. His tight end just assumed the coverage was good, so let me just stop, and then it's just horrible, horrible read, horrible throw. But meanwhile, the Generals with the carry, and they lost a yard. That one was stuffed. Okay, the defense came out and stuffed that one. If they're going to have any chance to get back in this game, the defense has got to lock it down. I'm talking about get some 3-and-outs right now. That's what they need, especially given right now where they are on the field. Right now, New Jersey's at their own 12-yard line. So if you can get a 3-and-out or even a turnover here, you'll at least have some field position to work with. And right now, you need all the help you can get. But here we go. 2 receivers towards the top of the screen. They take the snap, hand it to the back. Off the left side, falls forward for about a yard on the carry, if that. If that. So now 3rd down coming up here. 3rd and long. Defense has got to get a stop here and get the ball back to the offense. Let's see. Braden says, saw you have another Braden in your league. And so actually, yeah, I do. I actually do, Braden. I actually do. And so, yeah, we've got 2 of you now. All right, but here we go. Out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. Pressure. Unable to get to him. Wide open across the middle, and he gets the 1st down. Picked up about a good 14 yards on the pass. Way to stand in the pocket there, step up, and deliver. Let's see. Gridiron says, I'm glad we're not at Raymond James Stadium because we would have booed this man off the field. Gridiron says, oh no, Jordan saw him, so I don't know what the hell he was doing. And so that's what scares me the most. When your quarterback sees it and still decides to make the bad throw. That's when you're dealing with some Carson Wentz type of stuff right there. All right, but here we go. Out of the shotgun. Feels the pressure. It's a screen. And oh, he bounced off of one guy and still going to lose a yard there, but it could have been a lot worse than what it was. Now we got 2nd and 11 coming up here. 2nd and 11 out of the 25-yard line here in the third quarter. The Generals lead this one 17-3 with 9 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the third. Old man says, yeah, he said, you think Baker is bad. Hold my beer. Absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, make sure you guys press the like button. And also, if you're someone that's not subscribed already, make sure you are subscribed to the channel as well. But here we go. 2nd and 11 out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looking. Throws a quick pass to the tight end. Tight end trying to make a move there off the right side. He gets knocked down. So now we've got 3rd down coming up. 3rd and about 7 coming up. Depending on where they mark it, 3rd and about 7. At the New Jersey 29-yard line. Let's see. Gridiron says, I noticed something. The USFL is known for better defense, and the XFL is known for better offense. The XFL, they're all about selling tickets, and they know that offense generates a buzz and excitement. People like to see scoring. The USFL approach is trying to make it as realistic as possible to the NFL, as close as you can to the NFL without being the NFL. Meanwhile, pass right there completed for another 1st down. They have been hitting some of these key 3rd downs when they need to, and they're getting the 1st downs. That's been one of the biggest differences in this game. The Generals on 3rd down, they are getting those 1st downs. Meanwhile, for the Bandits, they're just not. They're just not. All right, let's see. Old man says, is there an app we use for the draft, or is it just on Yahoo? You can use the app, or you can pull it up on a website. I did have someone last year that they tried to use it on the app, and it, for some reason, gave them a difficult time. So it's probably easier on the website if you have a laptop to use it. But I use the app for me when I did the draft. So yeah, you can use the Yahoo Fantasy app for the NFL draft. All right, so it was a screenplay there to the back, and he's brought down in the backfield. So those screenplays are not working. If there's one thing the Bandits are doing good, they are at least reading when they are trying to run a screen against them and reacting to it pretty quickly. But yeah, old man, so you got to that answer right there. All right, meanwhile, let me see how many thumbs up we're at right now. All right, let's see. All right, so we're currently right now at 10 thumbs up. Let's see if we can get to 20 before it's all said and done. Oh, he dumped it to the back there in the back. He got hit. He got hit, but he held on to it. So now we've got 3rd and 9 coming up, guys. 3rd and 9 coming up here in the third quarter with 7 minutes to go. Generals leading 17-3 right now. All right, so here we go here. 3rd and 9. For the Generals, shotgun formation, takes the snap here. Defense sending 4. He has to move. There's already a penalty. It's going to be in the offense here. Throws it away. Incomplete. Yeah, that's got to be against the offense on that one. Let's see. Old man says, okay, yeah, just downloaded the app. All right, it's all good. There you go. There you go. And so, yeah, so I imagine over the next week or two, I'll be working on just customizing the schedule. So once I drop the schedule, I'll also drop the draft order as well. So that way everybody has time to go through a whole bunch of, like mock drafts from where they're going to be picking from and just have an idea, even though right now you guys won't know the people that are in the, like league right now. But most of them know each other now for about some of them 2 years, most of them 3 years. And so... absolutely. But in my league, though, you got to be aggressive. You've got to be aggressive because with 18 people now, free agency is going to be just about dead. So you got to be aggressive. All right, so they punt the ball here. The Bandits at the 25, spinning, still trying to get yards, all the way to about the 28-yard line. So Tampa Bay trailing 17-3 will take over 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line. There is a penalty, though. There is a penalty, so let's see what they call. Let's see. Old man says, so in your opinion, what's better, getting first pick or last pick? That's a good question. That's a very good question. In my league, it goes by the snake draft. So therefore, if you pick first and we got 18 people, that means you got to watch the other 17 people pick, and then they got to pick again before you get your second pick. And so definitely the first pick in my league, I think, comes with a major disadvantage unless there's just a guy that you know that you want to have for sure on your league and stuff like that. I try to aim to get between maybe 4 and 15. Since we got 18 people, I probably would aim for between 4 and 15 ideally. But I think if you're picking first, especially over the last couple of years, I've been screwed over for leagues that I've picked first and all like that, whether it's drafting someone like Christian McCaffrey, whether it's drafting Dalvin Cook, whether it's drafting whoever I projected to be the top guy, and they get injured, then bam, just like that. I'm at a disadvantage because everybody else got to pick 2 times before I went. So that's how it is for in my league. Let's see, Gridiron says first pick. And so, okay, bet. It's all about the type of strategy that you have. But honestly, for me, if you have a guy that you know for sure that you want to take first, I would try to strategize like realistically, will he be on the board at 5? Can he be on the board at 10 or something like that? Something like that for fantasy football. But going first, I feel like I would only want to go first if I really, really, really have somebody that I really know is going to be like, I don't know, like what Jonathan Taylor was last year. That might be the only reason I'd probably go first. Let's see. Old man says, I'll take the last pick. I hate picking early. And so, okay, bet. So old man says he will take the last pick. Okay. Let's see. If Braden's still on, let's see. Braden says he wants the first pick or the last pick. Okay. So old man says he wants the last pick. Braden says he either wants the first or the last. And so definitely let me know. Since you guys are the new guys in the league, I'll definitely take that into. I'll definitely go ahead and give you guys what spot you guys want, and just go ahead and go off of that, especially the first and the last one. And so okay. I might just go ahead and give Braden that first pick, and then let old man be that last one. So yeah, that's what I think I'll do. I'll go ahead and write that down now so that way I remember to do that for sure. But that makes it easier for me not having to roll a dice or something like that. So absolutely. But in future years, we'll just go off of where you finished in the standings in the previous year. Now the person that does win the league, they get to decide where they want to actually pick from. And so, but yeah, the first and the last pick, we got you. All right, but here we go. So play action fake here for the Bandits. He's looking, going to dump it to the back. Cuts up. And he is going to fall forward and picks up about a good, looks like 7 or 8 yards on that one. That was Edmonds Jr. with the reception. Let's see. Braden says, I'm going to steal every player JB wants. Good luck with that. You'll be surprised at the players that I want in fantasy, but good luck with that. Meanwhile, the pass across the middle. Okay, so we're getting some completions here finally, which this offense desperately needed. It was O'Grady with the reception across the middle. So now we got a 1st and 10 here lined up here for the Bandits, but it doesn't stop there. The train doesn't stop there. We got 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, and this is at the general side of the football now from there about 47-yard line. But here we go, takes the snap there. Teamu throws it, and it's completed again. Okay, so maybe we're heating up here. Desperately need this, though, most definitely. Let's see. Old man says the only way I would want the first pick is to take Cup, but I will definitely take the last pick. And so let's see. Braden says I have to figure out what my nickname is going to be. And so, yeah, definitely do figure that out, Braden. Let me know for a fact once you figure that out. Because once you have that nickname and stuff like that, it'll definitely come in handy when I make the schedule and stuff like that. All right, so Teamu throws it, and it is incomplete. Okay, incomplete. We also got the Sports Blitz as well. It's going to be in the fantasy league as well. I believe he's in the same division as both of you guys, as both Braden and Old Man are going to be in the same division. I got 3 divisions in the league, and you 3 are going to be in the same division. So, yeah, I just created that 3rd division this year. So, absolutely. But here we go, shotgun. And he hands it to the back off the left side, cuts up, and he picks up about a good 5 yards on that one. So we got 3rd down coming up here. Now, come on. Now, it's about time for the Bandits to put it together right now. They've got to put it together right now because we're in the 3rd quarter. It's 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Facing the 3rd and 5, they're down 17-3. They're here in the shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. Tosses it to the back. Tries to bounce to the outside. Gets tripped up. He was finna go backwards. That play was dead from the start. He lost about 5 yards on that play. So just like that, you have great position on the field just like that. Let's see what they do. All right, let's see. Braden says, I'm going to be doing some research in the coming months to see if I can find underrated guys. If there's any advice I can give, I'm not sure if you guys have played in a 16 or 18 person league before, but do some deep research on some of these guys later on in the rounds and stuff like that you just have never heard of because you just never know who's going to be on the board late in that round. But Jordan Ta'amu takes off for the scramble. Now, depending on where he had that football placed when he took off will determine the spot, but it looks like a first down. It looks like a first down, and that's a huge 4th down conversion there for the Bandits. I feel like if you don't get this, that's almost game. But great job there by Jordan Ta'amu to know where the first down line was, to take off, and to get there. Let's see. Gridiron says, Tammy Pham is now suspended for 3 games for the Will Smith slap. And so, meanwhile, Ta'amu goes deep. Oh my goodness. I feel like he waited too long for that throw. He looked like he was opening the backfield for a minute. That could have been 6 right there, but ultimately just an incompletion. Just an incompletion. Let's see, Old Man says, I got my nickname and I got my 2 picks already in my head. Let's see, Gridiron says, this is just embarrassing. Gridiron says, I still have faith in my team, but we can't be doing this all the time. Let's see, Brandon says, definitely going to be drafting at least 1 Packers player. But here we go, guys. Shotgun formation, 2nd and 10. They take the snap. Defense sending 4. Ta'amu with it. Standing in the pocket. Throws it, and it is incomplete. Incomplete. Would not have been much anyways had they completed it, but it's incomplete. Great coverage by the defense. So here we go. 3rd and 10. You're in field goal range, but let's not kid ourselves here. You're going to have to score touchdowns at some point in the 3rd quarter. It's almost gone. So you really want to try to score a touchdown now. Like you really want to try to score a touchdown. All right, here we go, guys. Shotgun formation, 3rd and 10. Ta'amu with it. He's going to scramble. Can he do it? Tries to stiff arm a linebacker. Bad idea. Didn't work. Only picked up about 3 yards on that carry there. So now we've got 4th and 7 coming up from the New Jersey 19-yard line. So what do we do? Do we go for it here or do we go for the field goal? What do you guys think? Go for it, roll the dice, say the heck with it, or do you go with a field goal? Let's see. Old Man says, waited way too long. Way too long. I agree with that. He waited way too long on that one. So here we go. Tyler Ruza with the kick. About to come out there. 37-yard field goal attempt is up, and it is good. So the Bandits tackle on more points here, and they're down 17-6. Ultimately, with only 10 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, you're going to have to rely heavily on your defense to make some stops and maybe even get a turnover and heck, try to score yourself off the turnover. You just never know. But there's only 10 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Let's see. Gridiron says, I'd rather go for the field goal. That is spoken like I can just picture your thought process while you're thinking about that. You're like, I'd rather just get the points. We're not doing anything offensively. Just get some points and maybe we luck up with a special teams or a defensive score or something. So I understand that. But it's going to come down to the defense now. Defense has got to play big, and the offense, they had some good things there, but they had some things that didn't work. Some things that didn't work. So a lot needs to change here for the Bandits, who right now in the season, they are 3-3. But Jordan Ta'amu, 33% completion. 3 picks out there. I mean, he had a couple big conversions, but that was mostly because of his ability to scramble for the most part, as opposed to throwing. Old man says he would have gone for it. All right, so we got the kickoff about to be on the way here. Bandits going to kick things off here. Kickoff on the way. Let's see what the Generals do with it. And they will return it from the 10, 20, 30, 35, and brought down at about the 38-yard line. So the Generals will take over 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Let's see. Old man says, yep, Mac Jones and KB will be my 2 picks. And so I tell you what, though, in a team with 18 people in the league and only 32 starting quarterbacks, definitely make sure you have at least a few quarterbacks in case somebody goes down and gets suspended or a bye week or something. Like that's going to be critical. All right, here we go, guys. Just 4 seconds here in the third quarter left. They take the snap, and they're going to hand it to the back, and that's going to conclude the end of the third quarter here. The back gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. So right now, the Generals lead 17-6 at the end of the third quarter. But, hey, if the Bandits can find a way to get into the end zone, we can have a game. But right now, first, they got to get a stop. So we'll see what happens the rest of the way. But the Generals have been protecting the football here. They've been running the football effectively, making completions when they need to. So let's take a look at how the Generals have been balling so far in this one. Perez is 14 of 19 out there on the field, got 119 yards, and he's got a passing touchdown, no interceptions. And then you look at the ground game as a team, 21 carries for 86 yards and a rushing touchdown. Victor has 10 carries for 64 yards and has a touchdown as well, as long as running tonight for 20 yards. You've got Williams with 7 carries, 13 yards, and you've also got Turpin with 3 carries and 11 yards. Receiving-wise, you've got Moore with 3 receptions for 35 yards. Bowman's got 2 catches, 25 yards. The other Moore, he's got 2 catches for 24 yards. And Turpin's also got 2 receptions for 20 yards. Victor, 2 receptions for 15 yards so far in this one. Let's see. Bandits say, Ta'amu, he's 7 of 21, as I mentioned. So 33% completion out there. No touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Then you've got on the ground as a team, 19 carries for 76 yards. Much better than what they did at halftime there, but it's not enough. Especially right now in the fourth quarter with the clock running as it is. You're going to have to be able to pass the ball to get back in this game. You're just going to have to be able to. But Washington's got 7 carries for 37 yards for the Bandits. Ta'amu, he ran the ball 6 times himself for 23 yards. And Emmons got 6 carries for 16 yards as well in this one. Let's see. The old man says, what you talking about, JB? I will have the Joker. Let's see. Old man says, Mac Joker Jones about to take me to Fantasy Super Bowl. And so we will see how that plays out. We will see how that plays out. I will say this, though. There's 18 teams. So as of right now, how it stands, 8 teams will make the playoffs. If you win your division, that's an automatic qualifier. Does not guarantee you a top seed. It'll be based purely upon record, but it does guarantee you a playoff spot if you win the division. Again, we're broken up into 3 divisions, 6 teams per division for that fantasy football league. So, absolutely. But again, we're right now currently at the commercial. We're not missing anything because it's the end of the third quarter. And when we come back, the Generals will have the football facing 2nd and 10, but they lead this one 17-6 over the Bandits. All right, let's see. All right, so we're resuming back to play here. 2 receivers towards the top of the screen, couple tight ends towards the bottom. Fakes it to the back out of the shotgun, steps up, gonna heave it deep. And oh, look at that catch there by the wide receiver. Somebody just got mossed on that play. I mean, he put it up there, had some high velocity on that one. And so a receiver just went up there and snagged it. That's what you want to see from your receiver. Go up there and get the football at the height of the ball there. And so defensive back never had a chance. So Mr. Meeks looked very meek on that one. That was Alonzo Moore with the reception. All right, here we go. 3 receivers on the play, and they hand it to the back who cuts to the left side there. He's going to be brought down for the tackle after picking up a couple yards there. That was Victor on the carry for the Generals. Got about 14 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Let's see, old man says, who knows if GOAT there, I might take him in the 2nd round just for a backup quarterback. I'll tell you what, old man, there has been one person in my league that I feel like every single year he's managed to take the GOAT each and every year. I don't know how he does it, but he finds a way to do it. All right, here we go. Out of the shotgun, takes a snap, fakes it to the back. Offensive line holding up. He's going to dump it off to the back. Back lowers his shoulders, and he's going to pick up about a good 4 yards on that one, 4 or 5 yards on that one. So 3rd down coming up. Let's see. Old man says, man, what is old man Moss doing out there? Old man Moss. I like it. Old man Moss doing out there. All right, here we go, guys. 3rd and 5. Can the Bandits get a stand, a much-needed stand? You cannot let this team score a touchdown. But here we go. Shotgun. Takes a snap. Quarterback. Standing. Throws it. And it's caught by the receiver, but he's going to be about 3 yards shy of the 1st down. Picked up 2 yards on the reception, taking it to the Tampa Bay 20-yard line. So this is what the Bandits defense desperately needed. But the offense, they must carry their weight as well. They've got to add something to this. I mean, hell, run a trick play if you got to, if you're the Bandits out there. Run a flea flicker or something. Let halfback pass, I don't care. All right, but here we go. Austin Jones for the Generals. 38-yard field goal attempt. However, that clock did hit 0. I was about to say, how long are we going to wait before we call the penalty here? All right, so now we're going to back the offense up, delay the game, massive delay of the game. It wasn't even close. So back them up 5 yards there. Let's see if he can still convert. All right, here we go. 43-yard field goal attempt. Kick is up. Kick looks like it's good, and the kick is good. Give that kicker 3 points. And so New Jersey is up 20-6, making it a 2-touchdown game once again. So right now, I mean, if the Bandits are going to do it, I can't think of a better time than now to do it. But now we're currently right now at the halftime, and so well, not half, sorry, not halftime, commercial, and so. But yeah, so far in this one. Meanwhile, let me see. Let me see where we stand right now in terms of how many thumbs up we currently got going right now. All right, so I see that we're currently right now at 14 thumbs up. So yeah, let's keep it going, guys. Let's see, can we reach 20 right now? Let's see if we can reach 20. I know we can get to 20. So let's see if we can reach 20 here. I will tell you what, though, I am extremely, extremely excited about Monday being Memorial Day. So definitely excited about that, guys. That is absolutely for sure one of my favorite holidays throughout the year, right there. So absolutely excited about that for sure. My next stream will be whenever the NBA finals start. I won't be streaming the one tomorrow because I'm gonna have some friends coming over since everybody's gonna be off from work on Monday. So we'll all hang out tomorrow and stuff like that. So I won't be streaming tomorrow. But once we have game one of the NBA finals and stuff like that, I'll be streaming again for that one. But who you guys got winning tomorrow? Is it going to be the Heat or the Celtics? Let me know. Heat or the Celtics. In the game, let's see. All right, so getting ready to come back from the commercial here and resume back to the play in which the Generals will have to kick the ball off to the Bandits. And the Bandits last time out, they got 3 points. So something positive. You did get more points there. Didn't turn the ball over last time. But field goals aren't going to win you many games, especially a game like this. You have to score some touchdowns. And right now, we're looking at Jordan Ta'amu. We are looking at him because he's got to step it up and he's got to ball out the rest of the way if the Bandits are going to have a chance. Because the defense has already been struggling against the run and not able to really defend the pass that well. So now Tampa Bay has got to find a way. All right, so old man still believes in Boston. I believe in Boston as well. And so Mr. JB, he's a Heat fan, so he's all in with the Heat. But I'm with Boston here. All right, so that carry went to about the 38-yard line. So we got 1st and 10 coming up. All right, so here we go. Out of the shotgun, you've got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, and a back. Takes a snap. In the pocket. Throws it to the back. Oh, what a nice job making the miss. Wasn't able to get extra yards out of it, but he made 2 guys miss with that first juke move. And so I feel like that's what you have to do. You have to make it a little bit easier for Jordan Ta'amu. You can't give him plays that are going to require him to make too many reads out there. You got to simplify it, let him use his legs, or get it out quick. Takes the snap. Fakes it. Going to bootleg here. Looking. Throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. That would not have gotten him that much anyways. Again, the Generals leading right now 20-6 in the 4th quarter with about 11 minutes and 14 seconds to go. Now, we want to see, at least at the very least, a good finish to the game. So I need Jordan Ta'amu to get this 1st down and get things going. But here we go, 3rd and 6 coming up. All right, here we go, guys. Shotgun formation. Takes the snap. It was a low snap. Takes it. Throws it to the back. And the back does just enough to get the 1st down. So here we go. 1st and 10 now at the Tampa Bay. Looks like about 49-yard line here. 11 minutes left to work with here in the fourth quarter. Again, both teams with all 3 timeouts here. And so this is the drive that Tampa Bay absolutely must come away with a touchdown. I feel like this has to be the drive. All right, here we go, guys. 3 wide receivers. Got your running back receiver going in motion here. Got your tight end as well. Take the snap. Defense sending 4. Oh, the pressure. He missed. Still has time. Moving around. Throws it. Finds a wide open guy. Even I could have completed that right now. Takes it to the 20-yard line. What a big completion that was. And let's see. Braden says, are you going to stream tomorrow's game 7? And so I will not be streaming tomorrow only because I'm going to have some friends that's going to come over and they're going to be spending the day with me tomorrow. So I will not be streaming tomorrow. I was going to do it, but when they said they want to come down, I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and let's do it. Meanwhile, Jordan in the end zone. We have ourselves a touchdown for the Bandits. And this one ain't over yet. 5 plays, 62 yards, 1 minute and 58 seconds off the clock. That's what we needed to see here. That's a big-time touchdown. That time, Jordan had time, and, hey, his guy was wide open, like wide open. You don't see guys get that open in any league, honestly. I don't know what the cornerback was doing, but he was just like almost sleepwalking on that one. Meanwhile, the extra point is up, and the extra point is good. So here we go, 20-13, a 1-touchdown game. Can the Bandits defense get them the football back? Or will the Generals offense go out there and pack on some more points? Hey, things are starting to get a lot more interesting now. A lot more interesting. But we're about to hit the commercial right now. Let's see. Old man says, JB don't like you going to putting on Chet and going Chong and on the pass to Doobie to the left. And so apparently they don't. Apparently they don't. Well, I mean, apparently, yeah, definitely don't. Yeah, those dink and dunks, yeah, that's not, it's not my offense there at all. But, I mean, that's what we needed to see. Like, we needed to see that from the Bandits. Now they can believe the defense can go out there and say, okay, you know, the offense just showed us that they can score a touchdown. So we got 10 minutes to work with. Let's try to get the ball back. So, oh, man, it's about time. Desperately needed that. I'll give it to the coach. He stuck with his guy. I would not have been that patient. Would not have been that patient. He'd have been on the bench next to me holding the clipboard. But after those first 3 interceptions. But he finally threw a touchdown. But currently, right now, we are at the commercial. So just waiting to come back from the commercial. But now, after that drive, so for the Bandits, you know, Teamu, he's 11-26 out there. He's got 163 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Also has 6 carries for 22 yards as well so far in this one. Can he be clutch late in this one? We'll find out. As a team, they've got 19 carries for 75 yards. You know, Washington, he's got you 7 carries for 37 yards. Edmonds got you 6 carries for 16 yards as well. Teamu add with his 6 attempts, 22 yards as well. And so that's your offense right there. And so, and so old man still having the issues with his phone. All right, so here we go. So after that touchdown, you're going to have to kick off here by the Bandits, and we'll see what the defense can do. Because ultimately, they scored right now, but if you're the defense, you don't want the Generals to score at all. And if you're rooting for the Generals, just get back to running the ball. They've done a tremendous job, especially in the first half when it came to running the ball, particularly up the middle. Make them show that they can stop you. All right, kickoff is on the way. Let's see if we're going to return here by the Generals, and we will get a return. Let's see, he's at the 20, 25, at the 30, and he gets brought down at the 30-yard line. So the Generals will take over from their own 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Let's see what they do. All right, and again, we are here in the 4th quarter, and the Generals lead 20-13. They have the football, 9 minutes and 54 seconds to go. Here we go. 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, and a back in the backfield. Defense, however, they got about 6 guys on the line. Well, 5 guys on the line right now. Take the snap. Fakes it to the back. Throws it to the receiver. Excellent play call. Because of how effective they were early in this game running the ball, linebackers are going to shoot up to try to stop that ground game, and they went right where those linebackers would have been if they were dropping back in coverage and hit this guy on the slant. Excellent route. Perez has been having himself a pretty good game, if I do say so myself, so far for the Generals. But here we go. They snap the ball, hand it to the back off the right side. He gets back to the line of scrimmage there. Probably picked up maybe a yard on the play. 2nd and 9 coming up here from the New Jersey's 42-yard line. Let's see. But right now, Perez, he's 18-24 out there, guys, for 170 yards passing for the Generals. And he has a touchdown to no interceptions out there. He's also got 1 carry for -2 yards in this one. As a team, though, they've got 23 carries for 88 yards so far in this one. But here they go. 2 receivers towards the top of the formation. They snap it, fake it to the back. Perez steps up. Perez gonna go deep. Has a man, but the defensive back. Excellent job putting your hand up. I don't even know, honestly, if he looked back for the football or not, but he did a good job not interfering and putting his hand up and got the deflection. Old man says, time to put the chew clock on and melt this clock. Meanwhile, we got a guy that's down right now for the Generals, number 5, hoping that he is okay, but the medical staff currently looking at him. Again, this is big right now for the Generals because on the year, they are 5-1 right now. And so this is a 1-possession game. But things have just gotten interesting. And if the Bandits defense can get a stop here, look out. All right, so that is Turpin right there. Seems to be okay. Obviously, they're going to further evaluate him, so we'll see how severe. But they got a 3rd down coming up, though, 3rd and 9. Let's see what Perez can do here on offense for the Generals. Can he get a 1st down? They've gotten some key 1st downs early on, but before we can even get there, already got a penalty on the offense to back them back 5 more yards. Are we serious? The amount of penalties that we've seen that could have been avoided. So now we got 3rd and 14 here. So this should help the defense. This is where if I'm Tampa Bay, they have not sent the house often, but if I'm Tampa Bay, I'm probably going to send the house right now. 3rd and 14, I am not going to let Perez just stand in that pocket and deliver. I'm going to send some heat. But here we go, guys. So 3rd and 14. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes the snap. Defense sends forward. Pass rush. They got to him. And they brought him down. How about the Bandits stepping up when they need to the most here in the 4th quarter? Now we got 4th down coming up. So the Generals will have to punt the ball, and let's see what the Bandits can do with it. Still plenty of time considering you got all 3 timeouts here and stuff like that. So let's see what they do. And so let's see. Braden says, see you, JB. Thanks for inviting me again. And so absolutely appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yeah, the next stream I do will be whenever we have game one of the NBA Finals. That'll be the next stream there for sure. But appreciate you for coming through. Take care. And yeah, have a great Memorial Day as well. All right, so we're currently right now at the commercial, guys, and so certainly looking forward to seeing what's going to happen here offensively for the Bandits. Last time out there, they went out there threw a touchdown, and so let's see how they do this time around. And they were able to score that touchdown with 5 plays, 62 yards, and just a minute and 58 seconds off the clock last time for the Bandits. And so that has to boost your confidence offensively when you're able to drive down there quickly, score like that. And so Te'amu had his best drive offensively, moving the ball, passing wise. And so some guys were just pretty wide open. I mean, he was hitting some pretty wide open guys. And again, we're still right now currently at the commercial. And let's see, right now, since we're currently at the commercial, let's see where we stand in terms of how many thumbs up right now. All right, so I see that we're currently at 15 thumbs up here right now. So make sure you guys press that thumbs up button if you have not already. And also, if you're someone that's new, make sure you go ahead and press the subscribe button as well. As we got the USFL here. And then once we get to the NBA Finals, I'll go ahead and finish out the NBA Finals and get that going. Of course, we talk a lot of NFL on here as well. Love football. So a lot of things going on here on this channel, the sport news as well. So do make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10. So you've got for the Bandits here. Bootlegged and picked up about a good, 6 yards, 6, 7 yards on that one off the right side. So now we got 2nd down to work with here, guys. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and about 3 at the Tampa Bay 43-yard line here in the 4th quarter with 7 minutes and 35 seconds to go. And so right now the Bandits with the football, and they're down 20-13. Let's see. Old man says, JB, did you see what Chuck told Warriors fans about his mom? And so I did see that. I did see that. Receiver goes in motion. They fake it to the back. Te'amu pitches it. Oh, you can't let that ball hit the floor like that. That's dangerous. They're lucky they got away with that. But they lost some yards on that one. So now we got 3rd down coming up, 3rd and about 7. But yeah, oh man, I did see that. I actually did see that. All right, here we go, guys. 3 receivers, 1 running back, 1 tight end. Takes a snap. Defense sending 4, but they tried to run the ball off the right side there. Picked up about a good 4 yards on that one, 4 or 5 yards. We got 4th down coming up with 6 minutes and 34 seconds to go. I expect them to be extremely aggressive here. Facing the 4th and 3. Let's see. Old man says, Chuck doesn't play. I'm actually shocked he didn't throw that coffee cup. And so if they kept on, who knows? But here we go. 4th and 3. Trips towards the top of the formation, 1 receiver towards the bottom. Te'amu takes a snap, throws it left side, caught by the wide receiver, and he falls forward after picking up a good amount of yards here. So now we got 1st and 10 at the New Jersey 43-yard line. So 6 minutes left to go, and Te'amu is coming alive out here, folks. It's actually happening here. This is by far the best quarter I have seen from him in this game. Here we go, 1 back in the backfield. Play fake. Steps up, throws it deep, and it's incomplete. Incomplete. But I like it one-on-one, going deep, taking your check, shooting your shot. I like it. Again, we're here in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. The Generals are up by a touchdown, but it's the Bandits now with the football, trying to tie things up. If they can get into the end zone, they'll have the opportunity. But here we go, 2nd and 10. Shotgun formation. Receiver goes in motion. Hands it to him. Tries to get to the outside there, but the defensive back was ready for it, and that's going to bring 3rd down. He lost 4 yards on that play. So now we got 3rd down coming up. As the old man says, nah, JB, they just took Baker out and put Tebow in. And so, oh, man. Here we go, guys. Shotgun. 3 receivers on the play. Low snap. Had to pick it up off the ground. Tayamu throws it. Tried to sidearm that one. Felt like he got hit while he threw it incomplete. So now we're faced with a 4th down, guys. 4th and 14. What are we going to do? Got 5 minutes and 2 seconds left to go in this one. 3 timeouts here. Defense has been playing better, but ultimately we know that they've had their struggles as well early in this game. So looks like they're going to bring out the punt unit, punt the ball, trust the defense here, try to pin them deep, and trust your defense to get a 3 and out or get an early stand. All right, nice clean punt. Let's see. Fair catch is called, and it bounces, takes a team-friendly bounce for the Bandits, and they pick it up at the 8-yard line. So we're going to have the Generals taking over 1st and 10 from their own 8-yard line. Can the Tampa Bay defense get a stop, or will New Jersey put together a couple 1st downs to try to ice this game? We're currently right now at the commercial. But so far in this one, let's start with the Bandits. So Tayamu, 12 of 29 out there on the field, got 177 yards passing, 1 touchdown to 3 interceptions. He's also got 7 carries for 22 yards so far in this game. Matter of fact, as a team, the Bandits are 23 carries for 81 yards in this one. Washington is their leading rusher. He's got 8 carries for 40 yards, averaging 5 yards a carry. Longest run of the night, 27 yards. You've got Edmonds, he's got 6 carries for 16 yards also in this one. And then you look at what the Generals are doing. And so for the Generals, Perez, he's 18 of 24 out there. Got 170 yards passing, 1 touchdown, no interceptions so far in this one. So he's been very protective with the ball. High completion percentage. We're talking about 75% completion out there. And I've seen him make some big plays out there as well on some key 3rd downs. So he got that going for him. On the ground as a team, they got 23 carries for 88 yards and a rushing touchdown. Victor's responsible for 11 of those carries for 65 yards and a touchdown. Longest run of the night, 20 yards. Williams has 8 carries for 14 yards in this one, and Turpin's got 3 carries for 11 yards in this one as well. So that is where we stand right now in terms of production on the field. And so ultimately now it's going to come down to, can this Tampa Bay defense give them another legitimate opportunity to try to tie this up? The score right now, 20-13. Best quarter by far offensively for Tampa Bay. And so we'll see if the defense can come up big once again and get the football back from the Generals. Generals do a fantastic job running the ball. And, hey, their quarterback, Perez, has been spot on today. So we're going to find out who's going to win this one, who wants it more. But it's going to come down to the battle at the line of scrimmage. Offensively speaking, you cannot have stupid penalties. You cannot have any more false starts or anything like that. You've got to play smart out there and continue to melt this clock. But now's a good time, though. If you are watching, let me know, who do you think is going to win this one? Do you think the Generals are going to win, or do you think the Bandits are going to win? Let me know who you got winning this one. And also, if you have not already, make sure you press the thumbs up button and consider subscribing to the channel as well, as we cover a lot of different sports on this channel. But here we go, guys. 1st and 10 from their own 8 in the shotgun. Going to hand it to the back, and the back is going to pick up about a good 3 yards on the carry. So we got 2nd and 7 coming up here from the New Jersey 12-yard line. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. Again, the Generals are up by 1 touchdown, 20-13. Second down coming up. Both teams with all 3 timeouts. All right, here we go, guys. 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield. Got trips towards the top of the formation. One receiver towards the bottom. Defense got about 5 guys on the line. They're going to try to do a reverse here. Let's see if it works. Heads to the receiver, and he picks up about 2 yards on the play. So now we got 3rd and 5 coming up. Can the defense force the punt right now? You've got them backed up all the way within their 20 here. If you get a stop, I'm telling you, that could be it. But let's see. Old man says he's got the Generals winning this one. Okay, that's the general consensus here. They're 5-1 on the year. But can the Bandits at least, who knows, tie things up here? You just never know. But here we go. An important 3rd down coming up here. 3rd and 5 for the Generals. Out of the shotgun here. Time hit 0. They take the snap. Throws it. Incomplete. But there is a flag. There is a flag. That is heartbreaking right now if you are the Bandits, because you're thinking you just got the stop there, and then that happens. Let me refresh the page real quick. So they're going to call pass interference against the Bandits on that one, which is going to grant them an automatic 1st down for the Generals. Yeah, that's a lot of grabbing on that one. They're not going to let that one slide. So after the penalty, that's going to be a 1st down there for the Generals here. Fresh set of downs to work with, and that means more time off the clock, which is a good thing if you're rooting for the Generals in this one. But here we go. Quarterback up under center. One back in the backfield, trips over the top of the formation. One receiver at the bottom. Takes the snap here. Going to hand it to the back and fake the reverse. Did not work, though. He picked up a yard on a carry before being slammed to the turf by about 2 or 3 defenders. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. Again, both teams still with all 3 timeouts, but time is becoming more and more and more of a factor. With each 1st down the Generals get, that's going to hurt Tampa Bay even more. And Tampa Bay is going to need to save some time on the clock for the offense as well, so they've got to come out and get a stand here. But here we go, 2nd and 8 for the Generals. All right, here we go. Shotgun formation here. Takes the snap. Fakes it to the back. Quarterback bootlegging. Looking. Going to dump it down to the tight end, who gets down immediately after picking up about a good 4 yards on the play. So now we got 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 4 coming up from the New Jersey 31-yard line. So let's see if they can convert on this key 3rd down. Again, so far in this one, Perez, he's 19 of 25 out there, 174 yards passing, and 1 touchdown. So a pretty high completion percentage so far in this one. Clock is still running, though. Clock is still running. 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go. Generals up 20-13. It's got about 5 seconds here on the play clock. Got to hurry up or either call a timeout. 1 of the 2. Snaps the ball. Hands it to the back, up the middle, in the back. He gets shut down. How about that Tampa Bay defense stepping it up tremendously compared to what they were giving up in the first half? They are finally finding themselves defensively out there. And so, let's see. Clock is stopped here with 2 minutes and 1 second to go with a timeout by Tampa Bay. So we have the timeout there. We got 4th down coming up here for the Generals. And so Tampa Bay will get one more chance, at least one more chance, to try to go out there and see if we can tie this up. But we're facing 4th and 2. All right, so they added a couple more seconds back on the clock, so it's now 2 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock here in the 4th quarter. Tampa Bay with 2 timeouts. The Generals with 3 timeouts. They're at their own 33-yard line, though. The Generals are at their own 33-yard line. Punt the ball. And the Bandits get brought down immediately after he catches that punt. And so that's going to be at about the 17-yard line, it looks like. So the Bandits First and 10 from their own 17-yard line. Can Jordan Ta'amu come through? And so, good tracks, what's good with you? What's good with you? You say, let's go Bandits. And so, good tracks, he believes in the Bandits. And so, we're going to find out when we come back from the commercial, can Jordan Ta'amu deliver in this one? Let's look at his numbers so far in this one. So far, he is 12 of 29 in this one for 178 yards passing. He's got 1 touchdown to 3 interceptions. But the good news is, the last time out there, the time before last time, he went out there and got that touchdown in this quarter. So he did get the touchdown in this quarter and did it in 1 minute and 58 seconds as well. So it shows they're capable of scoring with less than 2 minutes to go. They've got 2 timeouts and they're going to need to score with less than 2 minutes to go. So let's see, can we get this game tied up and get the JB&M going? Let's see if we can get that going. But again, right now, we're currently at the commercial right now. So we're not missing anything right now because we're at the commercial. And so, Jimmy Davis, what's good with you? You say what channel is live on? So, yeah, so it's actually on USA. It's on USA right now. So that's the channel that is on USA. And so, but yeah, appreciate you for coming through, Jimmy. Hope you are well. But yeah, it's on USA. And again, right now, guys, we're currently at the commercial, but things are very interesting. A 1-possession game separated by 1 touchdown, 20-13. Tampa Bay has been trailing from the very beginning, but you know what? They never gave up hope here, and the coach never stopped believing in his quarterback. Will it pay off now with 1 minute and 54 seconds left to work with and 2 timeouts for Tampa Bay? The offensive line is going to have to give Jordan some time, but Jordan's got to make the right read. He's got to make the right read out there. Let's see what he does. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. Jordan takes the snap. Going to throw a quick pass to the back there, and I believe he caught that one, but he's going to lose a yard. It would have been better off to just drop that one. 1 minute and 42 seconds left to work with here in the 4th quarter. All right, so we got the back right now currently on the ground right now. Looks like he's in a lot of pain. He's certainly not happy right now. But here we go. 2nd down coming up, guys. 2nd and 11 from their own 16-yard line for Tampa Bay. They need to score a touchdown to tie things up. Obviously, they're concerned about the injured player right there, so they're checking him out. And as you can see on that one, yeah, immediately, that's one of those where you look at the quarterback and you're like, you just set me up on that play. Linebacker was coming full speed. There was nothing the running back could have did to protect himself on that play. And so we had a timeout called by Tampa Bay. So Tampa Bay's got 1 timeout remaining, guys. 1 timeout remaining. Clock stops on 1st downs and out of bounds. It's the only time it stops. So here we go, guys. 2nd and 11 out of the shotgun formation here for Tampa Bay. It's all this drive or nothing. Takes a snap out of the shotgun, stepping up. Throws it to the right side. Going to be incomplete. That pass was low. Receiver dived for it. Incomplete. 3rd and 11 coming up from their own 16-yard line. We've seen Jordan use his legs a couple times. I would not be surprised here on 3rd and 11 if he ends up taking off and scrambling, if he sees a lane to run with. But he's got to make sure he gets out of bounds or at least gets the 1st down if he does take off and run. Leslie Old Man says, that was like Manning setting Welker up. That was a bad move by the quarterback. But here we go. Shotgun formation. He takes a snap. Throws it. And it is completed. There was a tight window he was throwing into, but somehow, some way, the receiver caught the pass for the 1st down. So here we go, 1st and 10 from the Tampa Bay 30-yard line. But we can't celebrate. The clock does stop there, but we got to go ahead and continue to keep this train rolling. Receiver did a good job there, and as you can see, he barely came away with that one. Quarterback takes a snap there. Jordan's looking. Jordan has time. Jordan's bootlegging now. Jordan's going to throw it. And he has another completion. Another completion. Okay, so back-to-back. This time it was O'Grady with the catch that time, taking it to the New Jersey 44-yard line. So pick up a 14-yard. Got a minute and 14 seconds left to go, and one timeout still remaining. They need a touchdown. A field goal is not the answer. They have to get a touchdown. Can Jordan do it? Shotgun formation again, 3 receivers. Takes the snap. Defense sending 4 guys. Gonna throw it to the right side. Oh, incomplete. Incomplete. But wait a minute. Wait a minute. I see a penalty here. Are they gonna call the defensive back kneel on this one? That could be 15 yards right there, which would be huge. Oh, man, so that penalty right there, pass interference. So now we've got a penalty there. So we're looking at first down here after they gifted them with a first down because of that pass interference there. So now I have to ask again, guys, do we think the Bandits can tie things up here? A minute and 3 seconds left to work with. 1st and 10. Shotgun formation. 3 receivers. Jordan takes a snap. Defense only sending 3. He throws it. And it is caught again on the sideline. Here we go. This is the best I have seen from Jordan all game long out here. He is feeling it in this 4th quarter. He's like a different guy from the previous 3 quarters right now. He is hitting his guys, and nice pass there near the sideline there. Got the first down. Excellent. This is huge now. The Bandits, they are 3-3. They need this. 5 plays, 70 yards so far. Here we go. No backs in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Takes the snap. Looking. Gonna try to, looks like he's gonna try to run. And decides to just go out of bounds there. Probably should have threw that ball away there, but just went out of bounds. 49 seconds left to work with. We got 2nd down right now coming up. 2nd and about 12 at the New Jersey 16-yard line. So at this point, they're close enough, guys. They're down by a touchdown. Meanwhile, speaking of down, there's a guy for the Generals here. A defensive lineman is currently down. Number 90 right now. Medical staff's going to be looking at him. And so this is going to give Tampa Bay some time right now to really evaluate and draw up your best play. What has been working so far in this game? Well, Jordan Ta'amu, when he's seeing a couple like lanes, like when the defense is dropping back in coverage, and if he can find a lane where he can take off and run, I would not be surprised if he do that. I mean, we've got about 49 seconds to work with, 1 timeout, so you can still utilize that as a potential play. But you got to make sure that you set yourself up in case you do have 3rd down that is not 3rd and long. You at least want to be maybe about 3rd and 5 or something ideally like that. But you got to make sure that Jordan makes the right read on this one. But again, 49 seconds left to go here in the 4th quarter. Generals are up 20-13, but Tampa Bay within striking distance here. They need 13 yards for the first down, 16 yards to get in the end zone. So you can get a first down and not get in the end zone here. It's very possible. He's been 4 of 5 on this drive for 55 yards. Here, let's see. Can Jordan come through? Can he come big here for the Bandits? Let's find out. This could be so huge right now, the kind of game that can change a team's season. All right, but here we go, guys. So now we've got 3 receivers lined up here. Got a tight end and a running back. Shotgun formation. Defense with 4 guys at the line of scrimmage. Takes a snap. Defense sending 4. Gonna throw it to the left side receiver, and oh, incomplete. Nearly picked off that time, but the defensive back was unable to make the catch there. So now we got 3rd and long coming up here. 3rd and 13 coming up with 43 seconds to go. So either way you look at it, it's 4 down territory here. But that time the defensive back had the better position on that one. So 3rd and 13. Can Jordan do it? I would not be surprised if he has to use his legs here on 3rd down. But you got to get this snap off here. You got 1 second on the play clock. Takes the snap out of the shotgun. Looking. Throws it to the tight end. Tight end gets that one. Picks up about 5 yards on the play. So now you got 4th and 8. 35 seconds to work with. You're going to go ahead and call your timeout right now. So you call your timeout. 8 yards will get you the first down. 12 yards to get you in the end zone. But you only got 35 seconds left in the game, so it's all or nothing coming up here for Tampa Bay. So call your best play with 8 yards. I do like the option that, if Jordan sees something and he feels that he can get it on the ground. I mean, so far in this game, Teamu, he's got 18 yards off of 7 carries on this one. So first look, see if you can probably hit O'Grady or something like that. He may have a matchup advantage out there. If not, then you got to take off and you got to know where you got to get, and you got to find a way to get there. But you cannot throw it like to where it's short and you don't get that first down at least. So run something to get you in the end zone here, but this is huge right here for the season of Tampa Bay. Let's see. It all comes down to this, guys. It all comes down to this. Here we go. 4th and 8. You need just 8 yards to get the first down and 12 yards to get you in the end zone. Here we go. Shotgun formation. Takes the snap. Jordan's looking. Gonna throw the pass. And it is, it's incomplete. It is incomplete. And so, the defensive back had a great position on that one. And so, just like that, Tampa Bay did their best to get back in this one, guys. But that is going to be the game right there because they've got no timeouts to stop the Generals. So the Generals can go out there and take a knee, and the Generals will be advancing to 6-1. Meanwhile, this is going to put Tampa Bay at 3-4. This is a tough one right here. Tampa Bay fought their way back into it, came up to a pass, and ultimately the defensive back fought with the receiver for positioning and got the better position. Tampa wanted a penalty on that one, but no penalty to be called on that one. It was just good coverage on the play. Wow. So here we go. The Generals are about to go out there and take a knee, and that's going to be it. That's going to be the game. They take the knee, and there's nothing that, let's see, they may have to go out there and maybe run one more play. No, they're not. All right, so that's going to be the game right there, guys. And so the Generals on the road, hard-fought game towards the end. Tampa Bay came alive in the 4th, but the Generals, they took care of business, and they won. They clinched a playoff berth. So congratulations to the Generals here. Way to work out there and clinch that berth. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, at 3-4, you're going to have to go on one heck of a run the rest of the way. But this was a tough one. Wow. But yeah, just to recap, though, the final stats of this one. Let's see. So at the end of the game, for the Generals, Perez, 19-25 passing, 174 yards through the air, had a touchdown as well. And this one, no turnovers. Victor on the ground running, he had 14 carries for 72 yards here for the Generals and a touchdown. Longest run of the night, 20 yards. As a team, they finished with 28 carries and 96 yards on the ground. Williams also tacked on 8 carries for 14 yards. Turpin had 4 carries for 13 yards also. Receiving-wise, A. Moore had 4 receptions for 69 yards. J. Moore had 4 receptions for 37 yards. Bowman had 3 catches, 29 yards. Turpin, 2 catches, 20 yards. And Victor, 3 catches for 19 yards here. And that's for the Generals. Now, for the Bandits in this one, Teamu, 17-37. But that last pass, ultimately, if he could complete that, we'd be having a different conversation right now. But 1 touchdown to 3 interceptions so far out there. As a team, 23 carries, 78 yards rushing. Washington had 8 carries for 41 yards. Teamu, 7 carries for 18 yards. Edmonds had 6 carries for 16 yards, but ultimately they fell short by a touchdown. Receiving-wise, Papel had 4 catches for 68 yards. You had O'Grady for 2 receptions for 43 yards in this one as well. But the team, they just fell short, and they needed this one. Oh, man, let's see. Old man says, and so Brian, I appreciate that. Brian, thank you so much for joining JB Nation. Really appreciate you. Glad to have you on here, man. Pleasure to have you on. Thank you so much, man, for subscribing to the channel. And let's see. Old man says that was, he says, he cost them the game. Too many interceptions that time, and they needed him to come through in the end and get that touchdown. He got close, but ultimately did not come through. This reminds me many times of what I've seen from Jimmy Garoppolo with the San Francisco 49ers, guys. Like, he just ultimately gets you close enough, but when you really need it in the biggest games, it just falls short. So, but hey, it was a good game, a fun game, especially towards the end there. We had something to root for. Ultimately, I was hoping for a good game. It fell short towards the end, but it was a great game. I was really hoping to see overtime. I have not seen overtime yet in a USFL game, so I was curious as to how the rules work, but I want to see overtime for sure. Let's see, old man says he played like Baker and Wentz today. That's a fact. That's a fact. Old man says another great stream, JB. Have a great weekend. Don't do anything I wouldn't do or I would do. And so I'll keep that in mind. Oh man, I will keep that in mind. But yeah, appreciate you for coming through. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this stream, guys. Really appreciate you guys and all the support. And so most definitely, you best believe that when it comes to the USFL, I'll be back again next Saturday for the USFL. The next stream I have will be whenever we have game one of the NBA Finals. Won't be streaming tomorrow and all like that, but whenever we come back for the NBA Finals, I'll be back then. So yeah, you guys take care and all like that. Oh man, you behave now, behave now. And yeah, you guys take care though and enjoy the Memorial weekend here.